My wife, Crystal Van, left this morning, so I had to watch Max, a little bit longer, so I was a little late to work today.
Yeah.
Because she left early for a closing, because Bart and Crystal are always closing, because that's what they do. And that's why you should use realtors with a lot of experience, especially experience with working with our listeners, because they get deals done. They know how to price houses correctly. That could be a huge problem if you're selling your house, you price it incorrectly, it's on the market for too long. Next thing you know,
that happened to me.
Yeah, you're getting $30,000 less, $50,000. I mean,
it was
it's huge
closer
swings.
to $60,000, and Bart, my mom's house in in St. Augustine area.
Yeah.
He helped us price it correctly because he and Crystal, they really do know. They've navigated all kinds of different. They've been doing pre-pandemic, and then they were doing pandemic, and now they're doing whatever we're in.
Post-pandemic.
So they've done best to worst, so they know like all the little tips and tricks. And I think where they really are the best is just of always answering your questions, always being there, always, if you
customer service aspect of it, they'll plus you get a team. You get two realtors working for you, which is, guess what, better than one, because they both can show houses to you if you need on your schedule. They also they combine their knowledge and their experience to help you, again, either make the most money or save the most money. There's it could be tens of thousands of dollars swing here because it's a huge financial investment. Or you're selling your biggest asset you have, you own. And so pricing that correctly, getting experienced realtors is super important. That's why you should use the Bart Merrick team. It's Bart Merrick and Crystal Van, BartTheRealtor.com.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Yeah, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. On the couch with us today, our friend Savannah's here. How you doing, Savannah?
Hey, I'm so happy to be here. How are you guys?
Oh,
good.
I gotta give you this. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Give you a blast.
Savannah's about to go on a big trip to Australia. We're going to talk to her about.
Yes. What the what?
All new shows next week.
What the hell is happening? I should have made different headphones for you. You're not gonna
it's okay.
I don't want you to have to do that the whole show.
No, I don't have to do it the whole show because I can hear you guys. I'm doing it now because you're cousins.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
So, now before we start the show, we've talked to this gentleman a few times before. He's my brother-in-law, Jetson. And he's
your brother-in-law. Sorry.
Cousin, brother-in-law.
Crystal's brother.
It's all the same.
He is an Ironman. He's an ultra marathoner, and he's about to embark on the craziest journey I've ever even heard of. Well, didn't even know it was possible.
Well, Savannah said it's fucking stupid.
He'd probably agree.
I want to break the ice real quick. Don't be mad at me.
So,
No.
Now, before we introduce him, I want to describe this race. It's called the Summit 200. It starts on Monday at 6 a.m. It's in Colorado, in Summit County, Colorado, right?
Summit County.
It's 200 miles. That's the race. Now, to give our audience a perspective of what 200 miles is, I was like, what's 200 miles from Orlando?
Yeah.
That's, if you started downtown Orlando, that's like running to like Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah, no.
It's a little bit into Georgia.
Even Jacksonville.
It's further than Jacksonville. You have to run into Georgia. So if you ran south, from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale, right?
Okay.
Or from Orlando to Tampa, then back.
Yeah.
It's 200 miles.
Because I don't like Tampa that much. You got to run back to Orlando.
Now, all this is at 9,000 feet elevation.
Nope.
This is the craziest part to me, and anybody who's hiked an elevation change, it's 40,000 feet of elevation change. So, and I think
you're going up and down.
Up and down, but it in total after the 200 miles is 40,000 feet. It's insane. Anyway, on the line with us is Jetson. How you doing, Jetson?
I'm good, guys. How you doing?
Is it because we said you're fucking stupid?
No.
Was it the fucking stupid comment? It was, wasn't it? I'm sorry. You're not fucking stupid.
It was all the comments Tom made. I didn't know 40,000 feet. That's
You knew.
He didn't even know. He just spun a new one on him.
Now, and by the way, I was supposed to be with Jetson on Monday or someday during.
Why'd you flake on him?
I didn't. It was my foot. Last year.
What happened to your foot? Your foot looks fine. I'm looking at it right now. Your foot is fine, you pussy ass.
Last year, Jetson's like, "Hey, I'm doing this 200." I'm like, "Can I pace you, please? Let me do it.
Let me learn from you. I want to be an endurance athlete. I will not let my Ron Jeremy foot slow me down."
And I'll let Jetson explain. But you need pacers because you start hallucinating and you don't know where you're at, so you need people to follow.
And all of this you're doing on purpose, Jetson.
Yeah.
I paid to do this.
So you need people to run with you to keep you from hallucinating?
No, he's already hallucinating just to keep you. You don't run off into the woods. And
Can you freeze for a second? Can you freeze for 1 second?
What?
I'm gonna put the camera on top. Turn to the camera and look and move closer to the camera as close as you can. I think you have a booger hanging out of your
nose. Why would you do that to me?
I saw it from way over here.
I know.
I wasn't going to say
it's a ginormous mega booger hanging out of your nose.
I got excited. I snorted a booger out.
He's getting ready to run over.
Let me learn from you. I have the best boogers in the business.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Okay. We're off to a bad start.
It's a funny start, for sure.
We're off to a funny start.
I was going to pace Jetson with this race, and I was super excited to do it. I was like, I'm going to bring my sons, and we were going to bring a Winnebago.
Oh, you are a dreamer, man. This guy dreams the hardest of anybody I know.
And then I was going to bring, and then they get to see me pace.
Jetson is just giggle laughing the whole time.
Anyway, and then Jetson told me he's like the shortest pacer, like the shortest.
I'm the shortest pacer.
Like the shortest pace runner has to do 13 miles, and
you can do that.
And in trail, I'm like, I can do it, or whatever. But then I figured out my foot stops working at like 10 miles.
At 12 miles.
And then I was like, I'll be tripping all over. Then Jetson will be rescuing me.
Then there'll only be one set of footprints, and then it was Jesus carrying me the whole rest of the way.
And I'm like, I can't ruin his race. Anyway, so Jetson, let's talk about this. It starts at 6 a.m. on Monday. And by the way, you can track him on the Summit 200 website, which I'll be tracking because I always
we will too. Andrea loves this kind of. My wife loves tracking people that we know in their races. It's a thing you can do now.
So Jetson, first, how did you even train for this?
Training for is, kind of like running or training for 100, kind of the same. Just maybe adding in a little bit more biking. My biggest week was probably 30 miles running during the week, and then the weekend you run another probably about 60, and then you ride another 60 during that week. So you kind of wake up and do kind of that long run on Friday, 5 to 6 hours. Then you bike maybe 3 hours, and then you kind of do another run about 2 hours after that. So that's kind of your peak.
The chat room wants to know if you can run a race. Can you run a race where the prize is a new cell phone?
I was going to do Zoom audio. I should have done Zoom audio.
Maybe take that money back that you paid for this crazy-ass race and get a phone.
And by the way, I forced Jetson to do this because Jetson, he's like, I don't want want to talk about it. And I'm like, just do it. Do it for your brother.
Do it for Booger Nose.
And then he's like, your listeners don't care. And I'm like, oh, I care, because these feats
I care about
these challenges are this is what turns you into a legend. 200 miles is insane. Okay, Jetson, how you have to sleep, right? Like how?
Yes, that's the big question.
I read on the website there's a 110-hour cutoff. So, like, as long as you can complete 200 miles before 110 miles, you get credit for finishing. But what time do you want to finish? Tell me about your sleep schedule and all that.
I like to finish at the same time as my wife, but we've never been able to do it.
That's a myth.
So 85 hours is kind of what I'd like to do. That's including rest. So I've got a big, stupid spreadsheet with kind of times and mileage.
This is why you'll never be he was. Did you see how he dismissed the part of his brain that was Andrea? Yeah.
Keep sheets out of this.
We're not talking sheets or math. We're talking running.
Well, what the interesting part is, it is math and calories in and stuff, because your body will shut down and you will. No, it doesn't matter, I think, how mentally much you want to keep going. You'll just fall over. You won't be able to move
The
anymore.
worst death, too, is side of the road, diarrhea, tiny shorts.
My question.
Side of the road, diarrhea, tiny shorts, dead.
My question is, do you wear a diaper? Like, do you got? Isn't that a thing?
No, you just poop in the woods.
Yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you just poop in the woods.
Savannah, there's only, I guess...
But it's all liquid, right? Come on. Give me the real.
Yes.
Yeah, I can handle it. Handle it. Yeah, it's like you literally go down there, pull your pants down, and you do a big old Coors Light, and you get back on the road.
So Jetson, back to the schedule. Tell me how much food you're supposed to eat and how much sleep and all that.
All right, so in my schedule, I got 30,000 calories, over 85 hours, 90 hours, and then I've got about 3 hours of sleep with a couple rests, 15, 20-minute rest built in. So maybe 4 hours of sleep.
So the sleep, describe what the sleep stations, because I saw on the website, we provide 3 sleep stations. What is that? Where, how are you sleeping?
Yeah, that's a tricky thing. Because you can lose time. So sleep stations are either campsites or things of that nature. They got cots, et cetera, et cetera. But, you might not be tired when you come in. And so if you come in and you're not tired, then you lay there and now you're losing time. So it's really let's just keep going forward. And when you're completely exhausted, lay down, trail nap, wherever that is. Take a power hour and then kind of get going again.
Can you lay down
just lay down in the dirt?
Yeah. You're a dirt person.
I like that. I like just run. I like that better than the sleep station. I don't like anybody telling me what to do. I want to run, and then I'm tired now. Or you could front load it. You should do all your sleeping in the beginning.
Well, okay. You know why I like it the most is because human beings. This is very unique to human beings because this is the way we used to hunt. Like ancient humans used to. Wound animals, then just run and tire them out.
You track them, right?
Yeah, and then after a while, because they can't sweat and they don't have the same endurance.
And never let them see you sweat. Animals.
They just fall down. They can't run anymore, and then the humans would kill them. That's how they used to hunt. So theoretically, all humans have the ability to do this.
Some of them would get up on them and fuck them before they kill them. And those are the real bad ones.
Anyway.
The bad ones that get up there and before I
those
eat
are the
you.
Wyoming ultras.
Before I eat you, I'm going to do something crazy.
So, Jetson, what do you eat? Let's talk about the food.
Yeah, what do you eat?
30.
So that's but between aid stations, you're looking at your typical goos. We have these things called fun bars. They're just dense rice bars. They're adult Rice Krispie treats, I guess. And then when you get to the aid station, Yeah, what?
Yeah, amazing. Andrea bought these, like, they're like energy balls, and they're like, I think they're fucking disgusting.
Well, they're for athletes.
Yeah, they're for athletes, and Maisie, like, she'll dance for, like, a whole 5-hour afternoon, and then
She's an athlete.
she'll just eat it like this. It's like a adult Rice Krispie treat, but don't let him say that.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
insulting
good.
to Rice Krispie treats. It does not taste like a Rice Krispie treat, but I know what he's talking about. Yeah, it's just super calorically dense, right?
So what makes you?
100%. No light.
What makes you want to run 200 miles, sleep on the side of the road, and have diarrhea?
Great question.
What's
Great
the
question.
payoff in this?
Doesn't make you want to do that?
The reporter from Gatorland has the floor. No.
Yeah. See,
Good question.
PTO in the mountains, man. Come on. No, I don't know. I've hit my goals with Ironman, and I've done some hundreds, and there's something about trying the 200 distance, and I talked to some people that I run with, and there's this I don't know, when you run and push your body to that kind of exhaustion, it like this inner peace, right? Like
Hold on, you're going to do the same thing the mushroom people tell me. Where like, I've been to the edge and I shook hands with God, and he told me all the secrets. And I'm like, well, what are the secrets? You got to do it. You got to go shake hands with God, and he'll tell you the fucking secret. No, I'm not believing any of this.
Done that too, right? But it's truly, the small things kind of disappear, right? Like things it's just a really amazing.
So it gives you perspective is almost what it sounds like to me. Is that
100%.
Yeah, okay. That I understand. That I guess.
So, Jetson, I know the last 100 you did, you told me that you didn't change your socks out like you should have on schedule.
Yeah.
And then
Jelly Roll changes his socks every single day. Like after pardon, I mess that up 3 times a day. He's like breakfast socks, lunch socks, dinner socks.
And the bottoms of your feet fell off, basically.
His feet fell apart.
And so with this race,
the skin just.
How many sock changes? What are some of the dangers that you're going to face?
And what are some of the fun patterns on your socks?
You're running double. It's crazy.
I've got 3 pairs of shoes, and then I've got 10 pairs of socks. And then all my drop bags have lube and baby wipes and sunscreen.
Did you say lube and baby wipes and sunscreen?
Yeah, it's proven that if you whack it, you go faster out there.
Never forget your lube.
What's the lube for?
If you love it, lube it. If you love it, lube it.
You have to lube your genitals. You lube everything.
You lube everything.
Oh, really?
Lube everything.
Yeah, because the chafing, you're just... Hey, Jetson, what kind of...
That's why you're not going to see Lizzo out there doing this, because this chafing would be out of control.
So what mile pace are you shooting for again?
So 85 hours, you're probably looking around like a 13-minute mile. And I know everyone's like, that's walking. Yeah, it basically is. So.
No.
Yeah, that's my walking jet. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you talk to me like that.
That's what I do on my weekend jogs, and I get back after
bumping into the USA.
After 4.5 miles, and I'm like, I really got it today. I'm a goddamn peak athlete in Castlemere. I tell my sons, I'm like 13-minute mile. Your old man just did it.
I do
4 miles,
35 push-ups. I'm Macho Man Randy Savage.
It's just, but you're also you're talking about elevation change at elevation.
That's the thing that's crazy. I was just talking to TC, and I'll tell Savannah this.
Crazy.
I was sitting at a bar with you, Jet. You were eating a giant hamburger. It was like your 9th meal or something of the day. Do you remember this? And then I was drinking like a big IPA beer. It was like the first beer I'd had, and I was telling you about how the elevation and just 3 sips of a beer were knocking me on my ass. And he's sitting there just hammering a burger, crushing drinks, and then he just gets on his bike and he's like, well, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go for a 150-mile ride. Bye.
Listen, and this is the honesty of it for me, is Jet was part of the motivation why I started working out more, and then he got me to sign up for the sprint triathlon. Everybody heard about this shit.
I hope he cried.
I'm not going to cry.
Yeah. Get it.
But that's another big reason, right, is that you do it for those who can't or couldn't or whatever. I think it's a big driving reason why I do these things, at least. So
I feel like low key the only reason you're doing this is because your name is Jetson. Like I feel like you've got to live up to your name, like you're some sort of Jetson, right?
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
What if it's just that simple? What if it's just like, oh, Jetson, this is what I'm supposed to do?
So, but
right.
Going back
not good enough for acting, so he runs.
I do mine for the troops and for those that have fallen in any position.
But just the piddly amount of running that I got into in the past 2 years,
don't
that.
dismiss it.
No, but it gave me the perspective now to understand what kind of insane feat this is, and what it even would take, like for me.
So you put yourself in a very, very elite category. You're in now the category of people that actually give a fuck about this.
Yeah, and it's a tight, short category because I've known you for a long time, but only recently have I seen you start to wear tight shorts.
Yeah. Because he likes to show his
I got older.
No, this guy baby oils his pubes and he picks them clean and he loves making people stare at his dick like Carrot Top does. Carrot Top does that too.
Well, you knew me when I had long jinkos on. Goddamn early 2000s.
This guy's wild. This guy's a wild man. Now.
Anyway,
you were more of a juggalo then.
So, Jetson, good luck.
We're going to be following you, man.
I'm going to follow you. The race starts Monday morning, the Summit 200.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Lube it up.
Yeah, lube it up.
Love it, lube it.
This puts a little more pressure on you, knowing that now other people besides friends and family are following you.
Yes.
So if you quit, I'm going to be super embarrassed. Personally.
And you know what? And I want to say one thing. You know, I had my hip replaced this year, but I'll tell you something. If I'd have promised you that I was going to help you out, there's no way, Ron Jeremy foot or not, there's no way I'd turn my back on my boy, Jet. And I just want you to know that you talked to the wrong guy to be in your corner. I'd have been there, robot hip or not. I'd have been there to pace no matter what. This guy flaked on you.
No, it was going to be a hindrance.
In his defense, I kind of turned it down. We
he didn't even want you. That's even worse. Oh my God!
I'll be there Monday.
That's the best. You fly in.
If you don't put me in, I'm throwing pine cones at you as you go by.
Do they even have pine cones?
I don't know.
He'll bring some.
I don't know nothing.
You know
about
what? Just because. Okay, this is how fucked up I am. Because Jet spurned your approach. I'm with you. How dare you do that to my friend Jet? I'll throw pine cones at you too.
I know. I get it. No, we were only allowed 5 pacers, unfortunately.
You chose how you're running for it. I'm family, goddammit. I think I faint. You're dragging me. You're rescuing me.
Quick, put his face in some lube. Wake him up.
Jetson, good luck. I'll
We
talk
love
to
you, buddy.
Okay, last question. How long will it take you to recover after this shit? Let's say you do finish, which, by the way, I think less than half of the people that even start finish this thing, right?
Yeah, it's a high DNF rate, so I'm shooting for anything over 100 because that's what I've ran. So anything past that's a bonus, really.
And then will it take you days to recover? Like, what are we talking?
Yeah, probably a month or so to fully recover, get back running. I'll start riding within a week and swimming within a week, but as far as running goes, I'll be off my feet for a while.
Goddamn, a month.
That's crazy.
It took me like 3 months to walk again for my hip. That's not that bad. It's not that bad.
All right, Jetson, good luck, and I'll talk to you after the race.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
All right, man. Love you, too.
I know a lot of people.
I cover the love around here, just so you know. He'll never say it. I'm the love man.
No, we don't.
Anybody says love you, I love you too.
We don't say
That's
that
so crazy that someone would do that on purpose.
Yeah. I like challenging yourself like that and just going to the next thing. Like I feel some sort of I get why he's doing it, and I'm like excited for it, and like. I'm like, man, I wish I could do that kind of thing, and that's kind of.
But you do, like, you're a runner, right?
Yeah,
like,
but
so what do you think
variations
about
of it?
when you're doing it? Like, what do you like?
I'm thinking of how miserable it is while it's happening. Like, this sucks.
You know what you think? He's like, look at how much better I am. Everybody else outside.
Screw Daniel.
Everybody's
Look at my muscles. Look at me. Everybody wants to lick me up and down like a
popsicle.
No, it's just like he did send me. There's a Florida man 50K coming up in November.
You gotta do it.
He's like, hey, look at this.
But you gotta dress like a turkey. It's the gobble 50. You gotta dress like a turkey.
Anyway, I don't know.
Why don't you do it?
No, because I don't know what's wrong with my foot.
What's wrong with your foot, and why do you guys keep calling it a Ron Jeremy foot?
I get a
swelled,
foot,
and then Ron Jeremy's penis at the end of his career was still very ample, but he would have to squeeze the base of it in order to make it do what penises do.
Why?
To get it to stick up, because he just died.
Are you squeezing your feet?
He needs to. If he squozed his foot, it would jut out.
Nerve. I don't know.
Yeah,
some nerve causes my foot to drop after 10 miles of running, and then I start tripping over it.
Yeah, because humans aren't supposed to be running more than 10 miles.
No, they are. That's how we live, Savannah. That
You're talking about caveman times. I'm talking about today.
Yeah. We're the same, the same exact animal we were 100,000 years ago.
Fingers are made for scrolling now.
No, that's a small amount of. We're the same.
Do this. I bet you're really good at that.
We're the same hunters we were 30,000 years ago.
No, we're slackers. We would all starve to death nowadays.
Yeah, because we got weak.
The only thing I ever hunted was fat girls at T's and Q's. T's and Q's. Remember T's and Q's? Man, I'd hunt me some fat girls at T's and Q's.
All right, okay.
One of them stole my monster dog tag and my Citizen watch. I've been dying to tell you that.
She probably
stole it.
Sorry, I have to not say anything mean.
I put it in her take a penny, leave a penny jar.
I have to remember when I do stuff with you guys. Like, I have to keep remembering, because I'll get all caught up in what you guys are doing, and I'll start saying stuff I'm not
No, don't implicate yourself. Let us speak.
And we'll put that on the internet.
I have to keep catching myself and being like, nope, don't say that.
You know, it's a screwed up thing that happens right now, where it's like someone goes on a podcast, and this is a bizarre thing to do, because we do it sometimes, and I feel kind of cheesy and shitty for doing it. But someone
what
will come
do
on.
We do? I don't, hold on, I don't edit any of the videos. No, Melissa does it. I'm blaming her. Is she in the chat room?
Well, I tell her, I'm like, take the.
Hey, Melissa, you're on the hot seat right now. I'm just letting you know.
Take the most salacious thing they said and put that out. So, but people, and this happens with sports stars a lot. Well, they'll go on a podcast, they'll go to their friend's podcast, like, hey, and then they'll sit down, and then after like 45 minutes, you get a little loose, and then everybody's screwing around, and you kind of forget, and then you'll say something, but it'll be like 30 minutes into the show.
Like, hey, man, I love eating booty.
So
everybody's like, what? What did you say?
Yeah.
Excuse me, say it again.
Gronkowski does this a lot. And then they'll say something, and then they'll think to themselves, whatever. Like, maybe they're only like their hardcore fans will hear it, because it'll be like,
hey, you're safe here. No, you're safe nowhere.
Yeah, and then the show will take that clip, just that clip,
yes,
and then put it out on social, and then all the news organizations will pick it up. So then it's circulating the globe, and then like, so meanwhile, only 18,000 people heard it on the podcast, but now millions and millions of people saw it because they used it as news stories. And then you're like, why would you do that to me? like I know it's good for you, it's bad for me.
What was I doing to you to make you want to do that to me?
It's good for your show, I get that, but it's bad for me.
Well, you deal with, I'm sure you get people in your DMs.
That's why it really doesn't happen when I'm at Real Radio, right? Because there's so many rules. But when I'm with you guys, there was that big gap where we didn't get to see each other, and like, I'm so excited to be with you guys.
Yeah.
And then stuff will start coming out of my mouth, and then my brain will be going like, don't let that one out, don't let that one out. And then it just starts, like when we jumped the train at Gatorland. Like, I totally should not have done that. Like, people have gotten fired for that.
I can really jump a train now, man. With this new hip, you should see how fast I am now.
But I was with you guys, and I was like, oh, let's do some crazy stuff.
Your crazy came back out so fast. Tom said that when we got in the car. He goes, goddamn, our crazy came out fast. Like, she was like, oh, I haven't been with you guys in a minute. Let's light the fuse and hop this train. I'm like, hold on, we haven't even hugged you or like said hi. Like, I've even signed. I think as guests we're supposed to sign some book to tell Gatorland we're here. Meanwhile, I'm running at a train as fast as I can.
With a messed up hip.
Yeah,
and then I fell.
I'm good now.
The whole thing was ridiculous.
It was awesome.
No, but if we didn't take the clip, like, say you said something that you probably normally wouldn't have said. Right. You're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. But it's in the show. I feel like it's safe in the show. As soon as we take that clip and then make it a social media video, then put it out, tag you, and then all of a sudden, that's where the damage is done.
Right.
Like, no one's going to take it from in the show because the only people that are hearing the middle of our show are our listeners.
They also don't know the rules or anything, right? Like, we were the ones implicating ourselves.
Also,
crazy.
There's less rules nowadays. Like, no one cares about anything, right?
I don't know where we are with rules anymore.
Unless you're blatantly racist or something. Like, I feel like saying something what's considered crazy. I don't even know.
No, the chat room is reminding me of something that another radio listener had us cut out that I can't even talk about. It's so gross.
Oh.
And he told a story of something he did at the radio station, and he had us cut it out.
Oh, God.
I'm really getting better.
Was it the time we did hurricane farts?
No, that's funny, though.
Do you not remember?
I don't remember it. Tom gets mad at me because I dox people all the time. I'll just yell people's names, and I shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to get better at doing it.
I'm scared to say it because don't use this in a clip. Don't use this in a clip.
Now you don't.
Well, yeah.
Remember we did hurricane farts,
What's
right?
hurricane farts?
It was during a hurricane. We were broadcasting, and then we were talking about how we eat up all the food in the freezers because the power goes out. And then we all tried to do a contest to see who could rip the biggest fart. And when I tried, I strained too hard.
Oh no! Okay, all right.
And then I had to go home.
I had forgotten about this.
Because I remember Daniel was like trying to put the mic to my cheeks, right? Like
that's the way we did it back in the day.
And I was like, here it goes. And then I strained really hard, and then I was like, I have to go home right now. I have to go home right now.
That's how close we did it then. We would run it hard. I mean, mic the cheeks. Nobody does that anymore.
Nobody mics the cheeks anymore.
No.
Like, we were innovators.
You could do it easy. I could put this against my butt cheeks
Nobody
right
does
now.
it anymore. No, it's not a thing people do anymore.
Well, because it's not salacious anymore.
Drew used to do it all. Drew was the king of farting on the mic, man. That guy, and I bet he still does it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drew. I just talked to him yesterday.
But there has to be something like an FCC or like a corporation to be a part of it. If you do this on your own channel, it doesn't matter, right? It's like, do whatever you want. You don't have seen on the internet? This is nothing.
No. And I think the worst part was because it was in the time where we had to have a paper that said we were allowed to be on the road, right? So you could be on the road twice a day if you were critical.
Oh, I remember. I totally remember this now.
First of all, we didn't get a sound out of it at all. I had to leave with my paper because the cops pulled me over, and I'm sitting in my Jeep, and I'm trying to explain to the cops why I have to go home. And they're like, well, you're not supposed to be on the road. And I was like, I totally understand that. Like, I have a Jeep. I can drive over those trees. But what I'm trying to tell you is I have to go home. Then I have to tell the cops, here's what just happened. And they're like, just go.
This is why I'm a crucial employee. I'm saving lives.
This is the magnet pulling, but yesterday, do you know who we had on the phone yesterday?
Who?
The man who repoed your Jeep with your car seat in it.
Well, how are you guys still talking to him?
because
Tom's best friend.
How are you guys best friends with him?
They smoke meth together.
No.
I'm kidding. That's how Tom stays so skinny.
That's why you can wear the tight shorts.
I was a repoing car. After that, he was a listener, and he's like, because
he lives in Alabama now.
The radio station was poor, so I had to make other money. And he's like, hey, if you come repo cars with me, I'll pay you. And I was like, okay. Like, couldn't make a living.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it happened to be the same person.
He goes like, I repoed Savannah's car. I'm like, what?
Anyway, all right, let's take a break.
Yeah.
And when we come back,
yes, sir.
I want to talk to Savannah about her trip to Australia.
Yeah, we have some emails and voicemails to get to. There are a couple of other things we wanted to mention. Oh,
Hulk Hogan.
Can I throw a name at you and you tell me if you're okay talking about this? Because I'm really just from an area of, like, I have a fleeting memory with this.
Okay.
Do you remember Rooster Red?
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
I mean, I feel like we can.
Yeah.
Like, he passed away, I think.
Yeah, I think he did too.
But that guy was wild.
That guy was nuts. But yeah, well, anyway, we got lots to talk about. And let me get into the music here because we got good stuff today for you guys. Today, because we had them on earlier in the week, we had on live from England. He zoomed in from England. Drummer of the band Kicked in the Teeth. You're going to hear a song called Beyond the Dane. And then we're going to put on the backside of that, you're going to hear our very good friends The Attack with their song Stolen. It's all punk rock. And just a little bit of their local music to kick off their brand new split LP that you can purchase very, very soon. We'll be right back with more of Mediocre Time right after this real British punk rock. there's slots. Put it in your butts. It's Fairville Mega Store, home of the big one.
No, they don't want that. They don't want that.
Who doesn't want that? Everyone wants that. Everybody
No,
wants
it's not about that. Fairville is about education, is about sexual wellness. They have a party coming up.
Sometimes they're about home of the big one. Sometimes they are.
That's part of it.
Yeah,
that is part of it. Yeah.
But no, Tom's
right.
right.
You can start with massage oil and very light. And just having a healthy sex life is important.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
It's important for marriages. It's important for couples.
Yeah.
It's important for well-being and quality of life.
Yeah, and don't be buying that stuff on the internet. You need to go to a full-blown, pun intended, awesome store with great educators and great staff and great people in there.
Companies they vetted it for some 30 years.
Yeah,
it's crazy amount of time.
I mean, Fairville has been doing it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They've been doing it 50 years. They're as old as I am. Born in 1976. It's Fairville Megastore right there on. It's right there on OBT.
Yeah, that's the Megastore. There's tons of locations.
Yeah.
There's a location on the coast, location in Sanford, location Secrets in Kissimmee. There's a location up in Palatka,
East Palatka. If you want to run through there,
International Drive. There's tons of locations, and they're doing a summer party July 30th from 7 to 9 at the Fairville Megastore right on OBT.
Yep.
This is a great opportunity to go check out the Megastore and then also enjoy one of Fairville's awesome parties that they throw.
Yeah.
Because they throw awesome parties.
Go say hi to Jo. She's such a nice lady. Go say hi to her. Introduce yourself as a Tom and Dan listener or a BDM. Get a little cocktail. Walk around. Talk to people.
Yeah,
maybe
shop.
Yeah, shop a little bit. Maybe take in one of the, if the educators are doing a talk or something, you can sit. Most of these events are free.
Costumes.
So,
I mean, they have really good, high-quality costumes. It's fairvilla.com.
There you go. That's the attack. Sorry, it's live, so it has like that weird ending where it just ends very, very staccato. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. We got Savannah here
I'm
with us
Tom.
hanging out.
You can be Tom.
So, Savannah, tell us about your Australia
my
trip.
gosh.
So, what are you going out there for?
So I'm going to Australia. Half of it's vacation, half of it's work. So it's kind of a joint effort there.
I'm glad you're getting some time off, man.
And so, I mean, mostly like I'm just so fast. Like there's a big croc they just found in Australia. There's video clips of it somewhere. No one knows if it's AI or not, but if it's real, and I think it's real based on the way it moves and what I see, it has to be over 20 feet long. Do you know how big that is?
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, it's double the size. I think it's this
Yes.
studio's 10 by 10 or that's a dinosaur at that point. 20 goddamn feet.
Yeah, and so it's this
Is it
viral
the
video.
Noosa Waters croc?
It's a I don't know. I think it's like on. I can send it to you.
I hope it's obvious AI.
It's like a cartoon.
Who's eating Donald Trump?
I hope it that's
AI.
It's like talking like a cartoon. It's like, I'm going to give me some woodpecker stew.
Okay, so I'll tell you this that I can't talk about anywhere because I don't want it. Also, I don't want it to affect you. So whoever edits this might have to pull it out. So my alligator videos do really good, right? Like I do a great job with social media, whatever. But because of Alligator Alcatraz, the word alligator, like no matter how you put it out there, is either being suppressed or it lumps you into that whole political thing.
Really?
So all of a sudden, that's it, Daniel.
Yeah, I got it.
Alligator marketing took a hit from alligator marketing.
Alligator marketing is taking a big hit right now. And I'm not happy about it.
Look at this. I can't put it on the other screen right now. Look at that. Look at that guy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
I think it's real just because that's a fishing company. And I guarantee you, if they're in the Northern Territory and they're a fishing company, they don't know S about AI. And they wouldn't make an AI video like that.
Yeah. And something, AI is still at the point where you can kind of tell.
If you want to look for this yourself, Angler's Choice Fishing Safaris, just Google that. It'll pop right up.
It's hard to even get perspective when that's far away. But when you see, you're like, it shouldn't be that big, that far away. So
Right.
then it's like, that's insane.
Even if you just watch the time of when it hits the water and when its tail hits the water, there's so much time in between.
Yeah.
Because that's how long it took for the whole thing to get in the water.
I also learned something from you last time we were out at Gatorland, where one of your bigger gators, or was a newer lady gator that was in there, and she was sort of big, but like she was like big, but in the water, she could launch out of the water and get up in the trees.
Yeah.
So, like, the amount, like, it doesn't matter how big they are. That thing's moving smooth.
Yeah.
Like, it's real elegant, you know?
So,
like, which one was the one that was jumping up and grabbing at the birds?
That was the new girl.
Savannah,
Wild.
Our alligators and crocodiles, like, they'll live a real long time and keep getting bigger until basically they get so big they can't eat enough calories in their environment. That's how they die. But technically, if they could, that's why there's mega crocs and alligators and like confinement, so they just keep feeding.
Yeah, well, I mean, so there's, unless something happens to them, they can live, like alligators have lived over 100 years before.
Okay.
So like they'll just live and keep growing, but just like people, like when you get old, like you don't grow as fast as you did when you were like 20 or, you know, in your teens. So it does slow down a little bit, but it like they can just live for an infinite amount of time, really, if nothing ever happens to them. I think the oldest one that ever died was in Germany, and he was like 100 and something.
That's crazy. Yeah. A lot of people don't. I guess I didn't even realize how long.
I didn't know 100 years.
Alligators and crocodiles could live.
So
a lot of animals are like this.
A crocodile and a bird could be mortal enemies for 100 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Or a tortoise.
Yeah.
So we have a tortoise. He's 110 years old. His name's Dean. And can I tell you that all Dean does all day long is try to have sex with rocks, with other tortoises,
Oh,
like
wait a minute.
all day
I'm
long.
Dean. Hold on. Does Dean have a fake hip?
All day long.
How can he still get a boner?
And he's so loud about it. Like anytime I see people circling the tortoise thing, I know he's on somebody. Like, and it's so loud. And like,
Dean, what are you doing, buddy?
I can play you a sound. Oh, maybe I can't. But there's a sound of it, and you know, it sounds like when you're really getting at it. No. More like, ooh.
Okay, that's
Well, it's an old man.
Yeah.
So
It's a blue pill man. Yeah, get it, Dean. Go, Dean, go. I was just watching it yesterday.
You know, moose are. I didn't know that. I went to Sweden. They told me moose.
Any reason to talk about his travels?
They could live longer, but they grind their teeth down, then die of starvation.
Yeah.
So in the
Why
wild,
do they
radio
do that?
hosts, they do
because
that.
their teeth only last a certain amount of years and of eating, vegetation or whatever.
Interesting.
And then after a certain amount of time, they grind it down to the gums, and then they can't eat anymore, and then they
that's
die.
Sad.
Why
So-
can't you eat with your gums?
I guess you have to.
I
probably
think I could eat with gums.
grind the vegetation up.
I mean, if
before you
it's
ingest it.
vegetation, I feel like I could eat it with
There's
teeth.
plenty of Southern grandmas that eat with gum.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm serious. I had a relative, I think, and you might have had a
Yeah.
relative too, very more prevalent, like Virginia and the Carolinas. That's where we weren't Miami like you are, but I'm pretty sure I had a great grandma that didn't have teeth, but her gums were so calcified and hard that they became a tooth. It was like a one big tooth.
Yeah,
a gum tooth.
We just need to swallow it, but I don't know how.
But no, they
moose
can
work.
mush up steak. Like I remember this woman could almost like
Gum it up?
Yeah, she could gum up her steak.
So back to Australia, Savannah. So where in Australia are you going?
So I'm going to Darwin, which is in the Northern Territory. So the Northern Territory of Australia is the Florida of Australia.
Okay.
Right? So, and here's an example of why. If we go, let's say we go out on an excursion or I go in a helicopter or something like that, nobody wears shoes. Like they just don't wear shoes. And so I'll be like I was on a helicopter going to another place one time because they drive helicopters there like we drive monster trucks in Florida.
Okay.
So that's the same equivalent, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
And then I'm in the helicopter and I see that dude doesn't have shoes on, which immediately makes me like, why don't you have shoes? And it'll be like, why do you have shoes? Like, because they look down on you if you wear shoes.
Well, wait a minute.
They're
So
weak.
if you go hiking, right, exactly.
I
so
could be wrong on this, but in a helicopter, don't you use your feet? So I would feel more comfortable without shoes. I'm on team no shoes. I hate to weigh in like that, but I feel like when you drive and you put your barefoot on a car pedal.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like better. It's like touching something without gloves on. It's like not wearing a condom. I feel like my skin on the. I'm not kidding. I'm not even making jokes. Like I feel like I'm better with like my toes without shoes on the helicopter rudder pedals.
Yeah, you can get the feel of it, but then the sticks. My God, the sticks.
I know the stick. It's not just sticks. It's sticks. It's stickers, and also everything in Australia wants to kill you. So, like from a koala, I've been attacked by a koala before. Like everybody thinks they're cute, but man, those things. Like I saw this koala. It was coming towards me. I was like,
claw up your
"Oh my God,
arms?
it's so cute!" Like I'm trying to film it, and it gets closer and closer, and I'm like, "Oh, it likes me, right?" It's excited, and then it's like, rah! Like, grabs my leg, puts his little claws in there, tries to take a bite, and I'm like, no.
Did you kick it off?
No, we got it off. Like someone helped me get it off.
Their claws are crazy, man.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, like razors, man.
And
those things, that's another, I mean, a lot of animals have had this where they're literally murder machines, and we make them into like, nope, that's going to be the next toy in everybody's crib is going to be the old little koala bear. It's going to be the symbol for a changing table for babies. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally the dumbest thing ever, but that is
and the best and worst places.
In the best and worst.
So
sometimes you smoke your drugs off of the koala table.
For the business part of this trip,
yes.
What kind of animals are you going to see? Like, are you going to a particular reserve or?
So we do this in conjunction with a park that's over there called Crocodiles Park, which would be like a park in the Northern Territory. And then there's also Crocosaurus Cove, where that's the one where you go in the cage of death and you get in that tube and they drop you in with the crocodiles.
Have you?
yeah.
Hold on a second. I've never heard what is this place called?
It's called Crocosaurus Cove.
Crocosaurus Cove is the greatest name for any. Crocosaurus Cove?
Yeah.
And it sounds like a fictional place in a cartoon.
It is. Well, it is that. Like, it's downtown Darwin, and Darwin's a very small downtown. It's not as big as Orlando, even. And so when they move the crocodiles in, they have to do it on, like, a crane. So if they're moving a new crocodile in, you could be like downtown Darwin, like sitting at a restaurant, and there would be like an 18-foot crocodile on a crane in the air getting dropped down into this gigantic aquarium, right? So that's the crocodiles ride. And I always think, those crocodiles are like, man, I'm flying.
Do they even know?
This place, I'm looking at this place. This is the coolest place for. This is where you,
dude. Yeah,
this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're supposed to be. Okay. This is you, Savannah.
I've seen this on TikTok.
Hold on, I'm gonna put this up for everybody to see here. Hold on. There you go. Look at this.
So essentially, you're in a giant glass enclosure, and you're face to face with giant crocodiles, and you get to like snorkel in there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But like, there's never going to be a time in anyone's life, unless it's right before they die, where you could get this close to a crocodile's face.
Yeah, man, in the water.
Yeah, but even just like the crocodiles are very calm in this place, right? Like because they don't get stressed out. They're not stressed out for food and stuff like that. But like even as they glide through the water, if the tail hits the thing, the whole thing shakes. Like as they were lifting me up to drop me into this thing, I was like, is the top locked? And they were like, no, the top's open. As if I could swim out the top if anything happened and not get eaten.
Like, so, yeah, but what if this thing accidentally flops aside? Like, you ever see that shark that rams?
No, don't talk about it.
Shark cage and then squeezes way inside the damn cage, and then all the divers are trying to get out the top, and the damn shark is in the cage with it. It's crazy.
So, I have friends that work there, so that's like downtown Darwin, and then the people that host me are Crocodiles Park, which is a different park, but you know, it's a small town, so like everybody's friends with everybody there, and I go there once a year for like a month, so it's really exciting. And so at Crocodiles Park, they take in rescue crocs like Gatorland takes in rescue alligators, right? So does Crocosaurus Cove. But like walking into a habitat with a crocodile that already knows it can eat a human because it already has, It's completely different.
Hold on, that's some scared straight shit. Like where you're going in and the guy's like, put this sugar on your lips.
You know what I'm jail for?
Yeah, you know what I'm in for, boy. Like because they've already got a taste.
Well, and here's the thing.
It's weird they let me do the same thing that I went to jail for.
I got arrested for it before, but now they like the good. I put the sugar on your lips.
Now they're encouraging me to do it.
So, like, no, but for real, like, let's say a wild croc catches like a pig or a cow or something like that. Like those are animals and they fight hard. We're like a marshmallow, right? Like, what could we possibly do in a scenario like that? Like, I was talking to this guy. I was out on the Adelaide River where all the wild crocs are because I love this one crocodile that lives out there. His name is Casanova. He's a very sexy crocodile, right? Yeah. So Casanova's beside our boat and he's like 2 times the size of the boat, right? So I'm trying to film this selfie with Casanova and I'm looking at myself, right, to make sure the camera's right, and they go, "Hey, turn around!" And as soon as I turn around, he lifts up to jump, like, because half my hat is off the side, like, and he knows full well that if he just pivots just a little bit, he could snatch me off, right? So those are things that I don't have to pay attention to in Florida, you know,
Savannah,
because we have alligators. But in Australia, it's a whole different level of absolute psycho crazy with those animals.
Yeah, because an alligator won't snatch you out of a boat.
I mean, they could, but they don't.
Yeah, that is and I'm glad you said it that way. They could, but they choose typically not to do that.
It's not their behavior, a normal way.
But crocodiles, you have always told me and Tom that crocs are like, that's
it's
not even.
It's a whole nother level.
It's a whole different, because are they naturally just the aggression level that they have is just on a different level than an alligator?
Yeah, and even in different areas of Australia. Like I've been to Cairns and I've been to the Daintree, which is like, it's like parallel to the top end. And I was never afraid in a boat there. I always thought like, I probably couldn't, but if I fell out of the boat or the boat sunk, I would be able to make it to the to the shore. In the Northern Territory, it's so much hotter. And there's so much competition because there's so many big crocs there. You wouldn't be in the water for 2 seconds before they would snatch you under and eat you. Like there's no doubt. No, and when they look at you, like you know they're looking at you. Like for a human to feel like they're being hunted is a whole different sort of sensory experience.
No one's ever experienced this.
Yeah.
You know, it's very few.
But they're hunting, right?
Yeah.
They're always hunting, and everything is fair game.
Can I ask you a question about the Crocosaurus Cove?
Yeah.
In the death cage, or cage of death as they call it, it appears to be like is it like a Lexan or fiberglass tube? So you can look through it perfectly clear like a window, and it's super thick like shark glass.
And so can they.
Yeah, and so do they go crazy when they see you, or are they conditioned now to know that I know what this tube is?
Oh, they're chill.
I know you're
they
in
get
the
fed
tube.
all the time. You know,
they're chill now. They're fed all the time. But you know, like their tail could just accidentally pop the thing, and the whole thing shakes because it's just so much power. It's just incredible.
That's a cool experience.
That's way better than sharks. So, we both have done shark diving. Like with this though,
I would never do shark diving. I think y'all are crazy for doing that. I would never go in a shark cage. No way.
Yeah. everything you do is way. Everything you do daily.
Nope.
Everything you do daily. Back me up on this. Everything she does on the daily, way more dangerous than us diving with those sharks. Way more dangerous.
Yeah. I would think so. But again, though, if you know what you're doing, then it's safe. You know, say like you know the behavior.
Yeah, what if the cage drops to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, like drowning?
No. We were just in a shallow area. We were on the. We
were doing a black tip reef shark.
Okay.
So we're not doing like out where they roaming ocean sharks like great whites or hammerheads and stuff. Although I do want to do
There's a tiger shark one, right?
There's a hammerhead dive in Bimini that looks super awesome, where you go scuba dive and you watch the hammerhead migration, and then you're diving with like big 16-foot hammerheads. But the thing is that they're not going to eat a scuba diver, because that's not whether if you're thrashing around like some prey up on the top.
But that's how I dive. I'm a thrasher.
That's why those divers can ride the backs of great whites and stuff.
Yeah, so I watched that documentary on Netflix about that girl. You know the girl?
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm watching it, here's my thought process is, you're so stupid. Like, why are you doing that?
But this is what you do for a living.
I love that. I love her sitting there with her crocodile hat on.
My next thought would be like, oh, I bet that's what people think about me. And then I go back to like, you're so dumb. Like that animal does not care about you. And then I'll be like, that's what people think about me. And then I'd go right back into like, why are you so stupid? Like, why are you doing that?
I do the same thing with podcasters. It was like, no one cares what you think. I'm like, oh shit,
That's me.
But like you've had, I mean, would you say you've had a minimal amount of close calls considering you've done this for how long now?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would say yes.
Yeah, because you always put I mean, like every time we're there, I mean, there's so many checks and balances and proper ways to do it and you're working with the top organizations on the planet. So I just think it's super cool. I love what you do, and I think it's neat.
So in Northern Australia, is it basically that whole area is a bunch of like real men and women that live there because it's like there's not
hard
big city.
People.
Or I'm sure there's cities, but not big city life. You know, it's like a lot of rural.
So there's like one big city in there, and it's Darwin. It's not even as big as Orlando, and the rest of it is just country, like cattle farmers, like people that have gardens. Everybody there almost has their own cattle, and that's how they get their meat.
Yeah,
and they put it in a big
they live
freezer.
off the land.
Yeah, they live off the land. Like it's a whole different sort of.
There's a tougher people for sure.
Like my friend they have a pit bull, and because everybody has a big dog there too. Because there's a lot of crime in Darwin, but so
what kind of crime, like drugs and stuff, or
I don't know what kind. I think a lot of people like to get drunk and fight in Darwin.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's a tough place.
Florida.
Yeah, just a dust up.
I heard like when Nitro Circus was doing their tour. I mean, this may have been Nitro Circus, or like one of these. They were doing like in Northern Australia, and they're like, we had to put up fences because they're wild up there. And then I'm like, really? And then like
they
people
killed
like,
our merch guy.
Be careful of Northern Australia because everybody's tough as shit, and like everybody's a different breed of people.
Was that what they were trying to depict in a very Americanized and loose Paul Hogan way in Crocodile Dundee? Remember they?
Yeah, I have a tooth from the Crocodile Dundee crocodile.
Oh no!
Really? It used to live at Crocosaurus Cove, and it just recently passed away. But it was there when I was there when I did my thing.
Remember the whole when they're doing character development in that movie.
That's not a knife.
There's a whole part about how him and all of his friends are just like, no, these are hard people, man. There was like a whole narrative of how like, no, this is you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah. I mean, if you live in an area, first of all, off the land and do your, you're already hard, but then your area and the nature around you is dangerous, which has to make you double.
I'm remembering something. I think that's the hardest my dad ever laughed is when. Was it Paul Hogan grabs the trans man's pecker or the woman's pecker?
I
think it blew I literally blew my dad's house slippers off. Like, he's never laughed that hard in his life. My dad, Crocodile Dundee, that was my God.
Did you see the remake they were gonna do with Danny McBride and all those guys, but it was just like a spoof?
Yeah.
That would be the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, it made me mad because it would have worked.
Yeah, it would have worked. Absolutely.
He's got a tequila company now that Tom and I, we're going to tangent a little bit here. Danny McBride and Stevie from
Stevie Janowski.
Stevie Janowski.
Powers.
Eastbound and Down.
They have a tequila company now.
I did not know that.
Don Gatto or Don something tequila.
Don Gatto. Yeah.
Don Gatto.
Why
tequila.
didn't they just open up the baked potato bar and get the fixes?
Exactly. all of the commercials, though. This is why I'm telling you this. Even if you don't like the tequila, go and watch. The commercials are very long.
Oh, they have luchadors in the commercials too.
And you've seen this, and they're long ass. They're like just skits, and you can watch the skit and laugh because the characters are back.
But that's the thing. All alcohol is just marketing, and that's why, George Clooney realized this. So when he got it, and
Casamigos
and the Crystal Skull and stuff, because
Dan Aykroyd.
There's gigantic spirit houses that can make this, like make your tequila, whatever, and then it's just put your brand on it, and then it's like, all right, how do you get people to buy it? Partner with two comedians and have them just work on skits.
How many people have hit you up about a Savannah brand X? How many people have
Nobody.
That's crazy.
That's why I was trying to get Tom to be my business manager.
He'll do it.
You didn't ask me yet. I signed the paperwork right now.
Well,
I walked in the door and said, did you figure out a way?
Well, hold on. I'm his business manager, so my client here maybe will work with you.
First order of business, we just got to get a bunch of money, all right, and then from people we know to invest, and then we'll take that money
and fly the coop. We'll go to Australia,
and then we'll be rich. Then we'll get more money, and then pay the first people back some interest, and be like, "Hey, here's the payments," but that's just from the new money we get.
Yeah.
It's just we'll keep doing that forever.
Yes.
And we'll live above our means. We'll all agree to live above our means.
Here's a cool thing that's in Australia, in the Northern Territory only, right? There's a drink, and it's called Paul's Iced Coffee. And Paul's Iced Coffee comes in a carton, like you used to get your little milk at school, right? They only sell it in the Northern Territory. They will not sell it in anywhere else. They don't give a damn about marketing. And more people drink that drink in the Northern Territory than any other thing that goes, more than water even. Like
Paul's Iced Coffee?
We need to get some for the studio.
It's not uncommon.
Why doesn't Paul want to make money and sell it other places?
I'm going about
Paul
money,
don't
mate.
care, because Paul's from the NT, and if you're from the, like, their slogan in the NT is "See you in the NT." So everywhere in Darwin, there are T-shirts that you can buy. I gave Angel one. Actually, he wore it today with a big, huge crock on it, and it just basically says the letters "See you in the NT," and everybody wears it all the time. So people are just walking around there like civilized people with that word on the front of their shirt.
Okay, so they're all claiming it because it must mean that you are a tougher individual, right? Like, hey, we're tougher than the rest of the world up here in the Northern Territory.
And they are.
Yeah.
They really are.
Oh, what a funny, their slogan for drinking it. It's just a crocodile, and then it's got, here, I'll put it up so everybody can see it. And then it's got the coffee in the crocodile's mouth, and it says, "Knock off a local."
And then, no offense,
which means
he died by a croc.
Right.
Yeah. Which is really, this is your drink, on brand.
And
absolutely on brand.
No offense, Australians, but the whole stereotype of like being a convict.
That was a derogatory term.
Of convicts.
No, surf. I learned this from Tom Carroll from when I met him. You would call other Australian surfers, or if you were an American surfer, the Australian surfer in the lineup, you call him a Connie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now.
If you're white trash, like in Florida, they call you a bogan. Like, are you a bogan? And so when people say that to me, I'm always like, absolutely.
I learned that from Chris
100%.
Lilly. Chris Lilly taught me that he's an Australian comedian. He's like, "Oh, look at you fucking bogan."
Do you guys know the N-word?
Yeah, I know the N-word. I want Nana too.
That was based on some truth, right? Like they used to actually
a penal or like a convict colony.
Have convicts from Britain, or I don't know who the hell owned them at one time.
I think they came from England.
And so they put the convicts there. So essentially, could it be possible that DNA over generations of time because you kind of, it was unnatural selection. It's like, hey, we're putting X amount of convicts here, which doesn't really mean that much, but maybe they migrated north, and like their heritage and genes are from ancient convicts.
1788, Britain began sending convicts to Australia to establish penal colonies. And over 80,000 convicts were transported to Australia between the 1700s and mid-1800s. These convicts helped build infrastructure and settlements in places like Sydney and Tasmania. It's often jokingly or sarcastically used by Brits or Americans, referencing that portion of history. It's like calling Canadians Canucks or Brits Limeys.
Like you selected a certain individual, a certain pool of individuals to put them here, which you could argue that convicts, especially back then, were
they
tougher.
Embrace it. Australians typically embrace it as a point of pride, showing that they came from tough stock and that they are tough people.
And then
I think we nailed it.
And then the toughest of of them moved north.
Tough. No, so it makes sense that...
No, they think I'm soft.
Well,
like as much as I do, they think I'm soft always. Like what I was saying about the dog. Like the dog's running in the backyard. You know how your dog might like catch a squirrel or something like that.
Yeah.
The dog runs up. His name is Zeus. He runs up and I'm like, "What's Zeus got in his mouth?" It's like a water monitor this big. Let it caught. Huge lizard. Got it in its teeth. Lizard's going crazy. Like, we're trying to save it from the dog's mouth, and the dog just killed it. Like, those are the kind of
dogs.
things.
Yeah, dogs are simple.
And this is not even a big. They're like, we won't even film it for social media. Goddamn, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's
you should
wild,
film that.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
nah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, did you see that? And they're like, that happens all the time, mate.
Yeah, he gets about 4 of those a day, mate.
God, now I kind of want to go there to be
It's
around
crazy.
super
Yeah.
tough people. So
If you go to Australia,
Leave your
you should
sons there for 2 weeks. Ow.
Like if I'm on the plane, especially once I get to the big plane, that the 14-hour flight.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on the big plane, they'll be like, "Oh, wait, welcome to Qantas, blah blah blah. Where are you going?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to the Northern Territory," and they'll be like, "Why?"
Yeah.
Like the immediate change in their attitude is like, why would you go there? Like, like so Australia has so much to offer.
But at least it makes sense why you're going there, right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if you were from Australia and then I asked you, whoa, what are you doing there? And you explain, like, I'm going to this place. And oh, okay. Because that is literally the only reason you would go there.
Right. And no one goes there. Like, people don't travel and vacation there. Like, it's not like that spot.
But Tom will. He's taking his family. I feel it. Look at his eyes.
All I'm telling you is
I want to
this.
see it.
You can't swim anywhere in the Northern Territory.
Oh, your boys will love it.
So comparatively, let's do this. The state of Florida has 1.2 to 2 million alligators, right? The Northern Territory is probably triple the size of Florida.
Okay.
They only have about 150,000 to 200,000 crocodiles. In Florida, you can swim, kayak, boat, do whatever, everywhere. In the Northern Territory, you cannot swim anywhere at all unless there's a sign that says low crocodile risk area. Not no crocodile risk area, low crocodile risk area. And I did go to a place and I was swimming and I saw the sign and I was like, that doesn't make me feel very safe. And then we're swimming and I have my GoPro and I'm like checking things out. And certainly there's a crocodile hiding behind a couple rocks. It was a small one, but either way it was there. Damn. Now, I don't even know how it got there. It had to climb a mountain to get there almost, but it was there.
Yeah. And then actually,
there are some small men that would climb mountains to get to you. I'm one of them. No,
and that's a different type of danger because people like to be like,
that's crazy.
You know, people from Florida like to go and then they're up north in Missouri or something. They're like, oh, we have alligators at all our lakes. And everybody's like, oh, I was telling the Swedes this. And they're like, oh, wow, that's, I'm like, yeah, I'm tough.
I come from the land of the alligators.
Knowing full well
There's not
that there's damn near zero chance any alligators ever going to attack me, especially the times I'm swimming is like zero. And then, but you're in Northern Territory of Australia, and it's like, goddamn, now what's the chances of if you jumped in a random like body of water in the Northern Territory
it's possible that you will get eaten.
Like what would you say the percentage?
Oh, he loves percentage. He loves percentage.
I would say 75 to 85. Depending.
That much?
We just start gambling on this. That's a lot.
Well, it's just like the place where I saw the little croc, right? And it was so hard for me to even get to this place. So it was like this big waterfall. There's big tall walls that go up really high. And I had taken these kids, which it was a bad idea. But again, the kids there know so much more about the wildlife there.
Okay. The kids are like, don't go in there. All right.
Well, that is why you and Tom have always gotten along. Like, you're like, I took these kids and it was a bad idea. Like, that's very Tom does that. Tom loves taking kids on bad idea trips.
So, like, I have these kids with me, right? And they're wild kids. They're feral kids. They're all the kids in Australia are feral kids in the Northern Territory. So I take them with me because they have knives and stuff like that, and I can't pack a knife and take it over there. So we go down this thing, and this is where I saw the crocodile, and they're like, hey, do you mind if we climb up the side of that waterfall and jump off? And I was like, I don't know. What would your parents say? And they were like, well, they'd probably say no. And I was like, well, did you do it before? And they were like, yeah, we've done it tons of times. And I was like, okay, I don't care, whatever. So I'm watching.
Once again, I like that. You went with Tom logic on this.
Not my kid.
Yeah. I also like that you vetted them. You're like, well, have you done it before? They're like, yes, we have many, many times. You're like, okay, well, it's fair game then.
Who am I to tell a kid that's tougher than I am that he can't
The kid has a knife. The kid has a knife.
What do you think about it?
He had me at knife point.
They climb this wall, and they're way up at the top. And after I see how high they're going to climb, because I think they're going to stop at this one point, but they don't. They keep on going, and I'm like, oh, oh, damn. I hope they don't get killed up there, right? Like,
that's what I would say.
Then the park rangers come down, and they're watching the kids jump off, but they can't get in the water. They don't have swim clothes on. And they're like, do you know who those kids those are? And I was like, no. And they were like, is anybody down here with them? I was like, I don't think so.
I think they're unattended.
then the kids come over, and they're like, Savannah! And I just grab my stuff and start walking in the other
That's what's wrong with you.
You abandoned them?
And then they're like, Savannah, did you get a video of that? And I just keep walking like I don't even actually. So then the kids come
That's
running
what you got to do. You got to do what you do in the moment.
But before they get to me, the Rangers are like, you're not allowed to do that. And they're like, oh, we're sorry. And there's like, don't ever do that again. And they're like, oh, we're sorry. And they're like, who's here with you? And they're like, that lady. But by this time, I'm halfway up the stairs to get out of there. And they're like, they're not going to run and catch me.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, come on, let's go.
How uncomfortable would that have been for you?
Oh yeah. Although I mean, like, there's park rangers around here. I would be confused. Like,
Is there more infrastructure and park rangers in like Australia, or is it very similar to like when we go to a park?
I think there's more park rangers there just because of the danger factor, and
Right.
it's not just the crocodiles you have to watch out for. There's like spiders there that can kill you. There's snakes there that can kill you.
Yeah.
There's so many things there that you could get hurt or get killed or something like that. Like we went on a rope swing and we were splashing in the rope swing, and then like I'm having a little picnic and a gigantic lizard comes out of the bushes and like just comes up to the blanket where I'm eating and like just starts eating the food, and I can't do anything. Like it's gonna bite me if I try to make it move away. And so then the kids are out there, and then the lizard goes in the water and it's like going towards the children, and I'm like, y'all get out of the water.
yes,
they calm in those situations. Hey guys, it might be a good idea. Time to come in.
It's hard for me to recalibrate the way I do things, so I would.
We know.
If I went there, I would constantly be thinking I'm being too cautious. Like, come on, don't be a pussy.
No.
There's no snake. And that's how you die.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, there's no snake. I'll just walk through these woods. Like that's what I do in Florida. Because like, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, be careful.
You do make a lot of assumptions, right?
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Then that's how you get bit, and you're like, oh God, this thing's gonna kill you in 3 minutes.
I'll be thrashing you good.
So this one time we were in a boat. It was a small boat, and everybody there is like, teenage, maybe 20 years old, right? But again, they have a wealth of experience that I don't have, right? So no matter what your age is, like if you grow up there, you know more about the territory. So we pull up because I see this crocodile behind a tree line, and I can't tell how big it is. And I'm like, pull up closer, so I can get this photo, right? So now I'm on the front of the boat, and we pull up to this mud bank, and the croc bust through the tree line and was like 10 times as big as I thought it was, right? So it busts through the tree line. I don't even have time to film it or take a picture of it, because when it busts through, it hits the mud bank, and when it hits the mud bank, it shakes the boat. Then it goes under the boat, knocks me down. So I fell down in the boat, thank God, or I wouldn't be here right now. And then I turn to the back and I see the croc, and it's huge. Like when I say huge, like I'm talking 17, 18 feet, right? Damn. And as I get up, I put my hands on the rails of the boat to get up, and as soon as my eyes like crack the line of vision, he's sitting right there, right? Because he knows he knocked me down. He saw me fall. Like, and if you're a crocodile and you see something fall, that's an easy thing to grab, right? So he lunged in because we startled him, right? But then once he like got his facilities about him, was like, oh, that thing up there just fell. I bet I could take it out. And it was just right at the front of the boat.
Just waiting to kill you.
Yep.
That's a weird feeling. I've never...
Yep.
Never.
That's the difference, right?
Most people in their life will never encounter something that's hunting them or waiting to kill them.
Well, you can see it. Like when you brought us over
pretend
around,
it is,
like the front where isn't there a crocodile in the front pond?
Yeah,
like a big ass
Lyle.
one. And he's super nice. But you could just see the difference.
Yeah.
In an alligator and a crocodile. And if you go to Gatorland, and you should, like you see them side by side, and you'll see the difference, and you'll be like, oh, yeah. I absolutely understand what she's talking about now. They even move differently,
Yeah, they do.
They're a little more like they're just edgier, right?
Yeah.
Like
so. Now, is that where you're gonna stay for your vacation, bro?
that was the vacation.
When's the vacation start?
I mean, so the vacation is just that. Like the vacation
You love
is
it.
like. So I'm gonna go to a place called Ramangini, which is an Aboriginal community or an Indigenous community. I don't know what the proper terminology is. So if that's not the proper way to say that, I apologize to anyone listening.
Our listeners,
so I'm,
You know, listeners are saying right now, they're like, that's where they got them long titties. They're so dumb.
They want the Redskins back.
Yeah, they do. They voted for it. They're like, bring back the long titty Redskins.
Sorry. You just told us. Clip that out and make it seem like Savannah said.
Can you animate her mouth?
No, but for real, like, so so I'm going to stay with this community. So like all the kids there when they're born, like they have a token. So this is not a token, but a totem. So this totem is from a little girl and she drew this and they made it into jewelry and they sell it like at the art fair.
That's
but her
sweet.
totem is a crocodile, which means her spirit from where she was born is a crocodile. So she's not allowed to like eat crocodile or, you know, her purpose in life has to be alongside crocodiles.
To protect.
And now she's like she goes to the different crocodile parks and she works there. Really cute kid.
Wow.
So I did like a talk at like a school for indigenous girls. And then I'm going to go out and stay with this community.
That's cool.
So it'll be really cool and I'll be in the middle of nowhere with no cell service. And it'll be just like.
Where are you staying in? Like, is there some sort of comfortable place to sleep?
She's actually doing what you wanted to do on your eco hut.
Yeah, no, I'm only doing this for my sons, so I wouldn't do this for myself.
Yeah, but they don't even want it. They're learning nothing. You need to stop it. You need to just stop.
Yeah,
You need to make it easy on them and you. Just go have fun with it. No, you need to go take them to Universal Studios and ride the movies, buddy. You just go fun.
Yeah, like I don't want to stay in any huts without my sons.
You're going to do a TED Talk like she's doing?
Or is it all no AC, hard like
Australian people don't run their AC in the day, which is an odd thing. Right?
Okay.
They only run the AC in the room they're in when they're at home. Like they don't run it all day long.
That's
like we do
Spanish style, a little bit. That is Spanish. Like I had Spanish neighbors who would have window units. And like during the day it was windows up, and at nighttime it was air on.
My buddy's Spanish grandma did this, and it was always
it's a
hot
very
as hell.
Florida Spanish.
I'm like, goddamn, you're paying Frank steak in here.
and then, if it was like a special occasion, like your birthday, you would get to shut the windows early and start the air early.
Exactly.
But that's why we're weak, so we can't go anywhere.
It is why we're weak. But like so people always ask me when I'm at Gatorland, like, why do you wear so many clothes? Like I wear long sleeves, I wear a neck thing, like I wear long pants. And because without me even having to think about it, it's conditioning my body to put up with more heat. It's conditioning my body to be able to do, physically difficult things with the heating. Because sometimes, like most places you go, when you're looking for crocodiles, you look at night. And in the night, there's bugs everywhere, there's stickers everywhere, there's everything everywhere. So you have to wear long sleeves, otherwise the bugs will eat you alive. Like I have bug bites on my face right now that I tried to cover up, but I can't get rid of them because I went down to South Florida I
have heat bumps in my rear end right now. So I still get them.
I went down to South Florida to do this. They every year, my friend Mike Lorette, who is in charge of this amazing project so you go in at night after the American crocodiles. Those are the kind we have in Florida. So you go in at night, you catch up all the babies, you take them back to a lab, you get their like weights, measurements, things like that, and you give them a microchip. So if you ever find that crocodile again, you know where it came from, how big it's gotten, and they do that yearly. So the other night we went, and the mama croc was really aggro, which is not common for American crocodiles. So they had to catch her up, and then we went into the water. So we were in the water, me and my friend Savvy, and as we're walking through this canal, in the pitch black dark with just our headlights
in the Everglades?
Yeah, close to the Everglades. As we were walking, I was like, Savvy, we didn't even think that there might be another crocodile in this water. And I'm up to my chest, so she's almost over her head.
And this is at night.
In the night.
Okay.
In the night. And I was like, it's pretty audacious of us to think there was only one crocodile in here. And she was like, you have a good point. And as we're walking, now like every stick I hit, I'm like, oh, dang it. Is there another one? Oh, dang. Because there's no way out.
Well, what do you mean, oh, dang it? Because as soon as you touch that thing, ain't it going to go off? Like, an all dang it.
I mean, you hope it swims in the other direction.
Okay. Is there a possibility?
But like the jumping out, if it was in there, would be impossible.
Oh,
like
God.
there was no jumping out. Like once we were in, we were in.
Yeah.
And then we were also far from where the other people were.
Yeah.
So we're just like screaming back and forth. We're okay. We're okay.
Yeah. Albeit rare.
Kind of ticking it's kind of triggering me a little bit.
Just like that that Florida Man show they did about that. It was like the guy was like smoking crack all day or whatever. They started swimming at night in like some alligator-infested waters, and alligator twisted his arm off, you know.
Oh, I remember that.
It's like, you know, swimming at night.
I know my right.
Yeah, swimming at night in alligator-infested waters, you probably will get attacked.
It's not a smart thing to do.
Because you're attracting a bunch of alligators.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's food over here.
Yeah, there's something over
there. It's in the wild.
Let's go see what it is.
Yeah. You're mimicking.
And is that what they do? Their behavior, like when they hear something, or
mimicking
sense?
a wounded, a mammal of some sort, or and they'll be attracted.
How good is their smell?
Huh?
How good is
their smell brain is the biggest. Like their smell brain is their strongest.
So they could smell
sense.
you and Sabi out there?
Absolutely. So like I think the big mistake that happens in Florida all the time is because American crocodiles can go into salt water, sometimes people in Florida will call our crocodiles saltwater crocodiles. They are not saltwater crocodiles.
Yeah.
They're Crocodylus acutus, which is an American crocodile, which is a very shy species of crocodile. There's been no attacks on humans in the United States ever, except for once. It was a drunk man swimming in the canal, bothering, and
everything doing everything wrong.
Doing everything wrong. So, and that was just like a fluke accident, I think. So our crocodiles
did it kill
are not.
Him?
Huh?
Did it get him? Or did it just twist his arm
I think
off?
it just twisted his arm or something.
Okay.
But there aren't attacks from our crocodiles here in Florida, so everyone can be safe with that. Just be smart and don't do stupid stuff. Also, don't have your dogs down near the water's edge because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Just stop doing that.
Something recently just happened where a lady got her arm or her hand bit because walking her dog near. I remember that happened when I was a kid in the Everglades too, by a bunch of people walking their dogs.
The one that was amazing to me, and I don't know how I'd feel about it, was there was a case where a lady was walking her dog down by the edge, and the gator grabbed her dog, and then she went to retrieve her dog. The gator got her, twisted her arm off. The dog lived.
Yeah.
So now you don't have an arm, so you can't walk your dog. You have to walk it with the hand you don't like.
Are you talking about that old lady?
Well, she just got her arm twisted off, but the dog lived.
Well, see, here's the thing. Alligators in Florida don't see humans as prey items. Like, we're too big.
Yeah.
Now, unless you're a little human, right?
That's me.
No, but like a dog could be a raccoon, could be a squirrel, could be anything that size.
Tom
that
calls me
looks like
a human squirrel. So he calls me. He's like, you're a human-shaped squirrel.
Yeah.
Or a chipmunk.
You're fishing for alligators at that point when you're walking your dog.
You know what he said? You know what he said the other day?
The
And I'm going to bring this up because it really did hurt, but it didn't hurt my feelings, but it made me laugh. He said, I have the body shape of a carpenter bee.
No, come on.
Did you guys were you guys the
body
ones that
shape
used to
of
do
a
the
carpenter
flying
bee.
squirrel?
No.
We don't.
That wasn't you guys.
I've never been into peen or ball tricks. That's not me.
I wasn't. I don't know how to
That's
describe
Taco
this.
Bob.
How do I even know what that is if it wasn't you
That's
guys?
Taco Bob. That's Taco Bob.
It's a popular radio thing.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think
That's more of a rock radio, but rock. That's more of a nothing but rock kind of a guy will do. That's Pat Lynch, Taco all day.
Yeah, but you have to be, comfortable with. I feel like well endowed, comfortable. You know, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different type of
I've never had that.
confidence that
I have one ball.
Anyway, let's take a break.
Really?
Yeah, just as the way it looks.
Is it one big one or one small?
It's one medium.
We'll
like a medium size, like a Mama Mangione meatball.
We'll answer a couple of emails, some voicemails.
Get the hell out of here.
We'll let Savannah get ready for
How
a
come
trip.
every time I come in here, I feel like I always say, "Are we done? We're done already?"
No. We have one more break.
We got one more break.
Okay.
This is cool. Brand new music from Thrice. Remember the band Thrice?
Yeah.
They're back. They got a
I
brand
remember
new.
twice, but not thrice.
Yeah, this is Thrice. What? Go ahead.
I was going to say, we don't really need to take a break. Obviously,
No,
we're just
no.
recording this.
Well, I do need to pee.
We're
I
the
need
boss.
to
Yeah,
pee a little bit.
But we always did it since 2009 when we started, so it's like, let's do it
It's
till we
just
die.
tradition. It's tradition. We're going to start with Thrice. We're going to end up with Goldie Boudele. I don't know how to say her last name. She's good. This is brand new from Thrice. We'll be right back with more on Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this.
Guardian Water has been a sponsor of ours for a long time, over a decade.
Thank you, Josh.
And it's guardianwaterservices.com. If you need a full house treatment system, they use Westinghouse. Yep. They could treat all the water coming into your house, which is going to save your fixtures, save the pipes. Repiping your house is super expensive.
Yeah, save your washer and dryer. One of the things that that we all have, I mean, it's probably the greatest thing in my home is the RO system.
Yeah,
I mean, Maisie's now starting to cook like crazy. She's making her own pasta. I mean, you don't understand how much better your soups, sauces, and just your drinking water is when you can get RO water out of the tap, and it's basically unlimited water.
Yeah, and it's the same water that's in bottled water, so you don't have to buy so many bottles of water.
But they don't, like bottled water, sometimes they will make it RO water, and then they'll add back something for taste. This is just RO water.
Or it's sitting in plastics for a long time.
No.
You don't want to deal with that.
No.
You don't want to deal with the Brita filters and stuff. Like me and Daniel have had RO systems for a long time with Guardian
I can't
Water
go back.
Services.
I can never not have one.
No, it's so good. And then, like I said, the whole house system, you pay less for all the soaps because you have to use the grocery store and the brand soaps when you
to break down a lot of the additives in our water.
Yeah. All the chlorine stuff, and then when you clean it all before it goes into your house, it makes soaps cheaper, laundry detergent, all this stuff.
And another thing is, they're just a really good company. When we first started this show, and when Josh and his team first started Guardian Water, they started doing a lot for charities around Central Florida, like the Yellow Brick Road Foundation. So it's just really nice to know that you're working with somebody that really does a great job in the community.
Tell them Tom and Dan sent you. It's guardianwaterservices.com.
Are they going to give me the big long fade here? I think they're going to do the long fade. Oh, yeah, I think she's doing the long fade. Haven't heard what these are coming back. Long fades are back, Savannah. Did you know that?
I love a long fade.
I like a long fade, too, but the long fade, it went away. We went for the more, like, staccato stinger and it ending like now. The long fade is back. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. You can get some new merch. We got a new straw hat and a brand new sun shirt, courtesy of The Danger Brain, our branding agency, and Hidden Skins, our new merch company we've been working with. So you can get that at tomanddan.com right now. And it's I feel like a good value. $40 for a really good quality straw hat that will last you a while.
It's my favorite one we've done. It's
it's a cool design.
Yeah, the design underneath has got like this really kitschy fun. And I told the Danger Brands and they nailed it. Like I wanted like 60s vibe Florida. Like I think you like that style.
Yeah, I do. I love
60s vibe Florida with alligators and like in the weird like tiki fun of the 60s
the
and
monstera leaf plants. I like the plants.
Yes. And also I want to give Merchman, Eric Merchman, some love for, he went in there and he's been manipulating things so we could get that sun shirt out very quickly. And thank you, Eric. You did a hell of a good job, dude.
He's also adding stuff and little things to all the orders, and those are going out this week, I believe. Savannah.
Yes.
So you want to help us answer some voicemails and emails?
Yep.
All
right. We will start with the voicemail. This one entitled Breathing.
Okay, so Dan in Palm Bay, two things. One, when you had the Irish Rose guy in, going after him about his assault was really uncomfortable. Just put it out there. And two,
this is all you, buddy. And I knew this was going to happen. Does Savannah know that you are a monster of a person?
What is he talking about?
What happened?
We had on our friend Jeff Pauley live via Zoom from somewhere, and Jeff Pauley was sexually assaulted by his therapist, and Tom made him tell the story in graphic detail.
By his therapist?
Yeah.
So,
What?
First of all, imagine telling someone about this in the Northern Territory. They're really disrespectful.
They would be like, what the hell's a therapist, mate?
This show hasn't aired yet, right?
But I didn't even know. It comes out. We were we did put it out.
See what you have to look forward to?
No, it aired already.
Did it already air?
Yeah, it aired already.
I don't even know anymore. Up is down and down is up. We've been recording, we've been doing 6 a day, 6 shows a day.
I don't think did he say sexually assaulted, or did he say they were sexually inappropriate?
You told me he was molested, and then you laughed.
No, I laugh.
What happened?
No, I don't know exactly.
And then I laughed.
I brought it up because he
didn't go into
told
details, but I'm guessing it was almost like a fantasy. I have a therapist now, and my therapist is a cute woman, but the fantasy of the cute woman therapist, saying oh, maybe we could extend our time a little bit across the street and get a cup of coffee, and then you go over there and you meet her, and then next thing you know.
He started banging his therapist, but then essentially
Whoa,
because
that's completely unethical.
As a therapist, I think, and then because I guess
I'd have to see how hot she is, though, really, to see how ethical I want to be.
In I guess roles reversed, it then it shouldn't be worse, but it seems worse.
Oh, for a man, he's a monster.
Yeah. But but if it's consensual, it's not illegal, and then sexual assault is illegal, but I don't think it was assault. It was inappropriate.
Well, it's bad for her profession.
I think you have to end the relationship. If you even have feelings like that, I think you have to stop the relationship and be
but maybe
I can't talk to you anymore because I want to make out.
Right. That's a good line.
It's like if you're a professor and then you're someone and there's a girl in your class.
Young teacher.
Oh no.
Maybe she's of age. But still inappropriate because a professor-student relationship. But anyway, I know. He's a buddy of mine. I made fun.
I feel bad.
We're messing around. Come on. This guy's messing around too. We were all messing around. We were just having some fun. He continued.
I thought for sure Dan was playing a little joke on us again, like the Barbershop Quartet. Because, man, you cranked up his vocals and all you heard was the whole time he was singing his song. But other than that.
Okay, he had bad audio, and then we tried to get him to change his audio.
Who?
Jeff Pauley, the guy that was sexually assaulted by his therapist.
It was another show there.
Yeah, he had bad audio on the line, and then we tried to get him to make the audio better, and then he just couldn't do it, so we were just like, well, fuck it.
Oh, my God, so you guys just gave up on him?
Well, no, we let it go. It wasn't that bad. The audio
was pretty bad.
The actual, it just was dropping out a little bit. It's phone calls. We never figured out. Well, we did. We were like, we should do all Zoom audio except for today's show, which we didn't do.
Right, and then Jetson had bad audio.
Is it when we do regular cell phone stuff, it just doesn't sound as good, and they just can't so it's got to be digital Zoom audio.
Yeah, we got to do Zoom audio from now on.
I
got to do it. All right, let's try this one, and then I'll switch over to emails.
Tom, if you're not afraid of ghosts, which I really think you're not, why don't you just start going to these haunted locations? And since they don't scare you, you could go everywhere. You go to the haunted hospital, and other people are too afraid to go in the morgue. Not Tom Van. He'll go down the morgue. You're not afraid of ghosts. You bring a rusty revolver in your butt ass, and then in case you run into some aggressive homeless or whatever. But, start your own YouTube channel. Go to the most haunted places ever. Go to Casadega and sit in the throne and chant, with a Ouija board in your lap or whatever. Do it all, man, because you're not afraid. And
is he mocking you? I can't tell if he's mocking you.
A couple things.
Yeah.
First, haunted places are boring, and the only thing that makes them interesting to anybody is the fact that they're haunted or they think they are.
It's the humans that are there making it interesting. The place as it
You got to download the Ghost app, though. There's an app that you can download, and what it does is it transfers the sound into what the people are saying. It picks up those what are they called, Daniel?
EMP.
Yes, it picks up those.
It picks up the
and
EMP.
It tells you what they're saying.
Yeah.
I am not downloading the Ghost app.
I am. I'm goddamn definitely download the Ghost app. I didn't know there
You
was
can find ghosts everywhere with that thing.
Yeah, be amazing if go ghost
it's in the app. It takes whatever the wind blowing.
Yeah.
It's all.
And if you subscribe for $6 a month, I guarantee you there's good ghosts in there.
So I have no interest in going to places that are haunted because because they're boring and
You're boring.
They're not interesting at all. So,
but you don't find anything interesting at all.
Yeah, you do. Like things that are interesting,
like gambling. You said gambling's interesting, but to 99% of the people, it's not interesting.
An abandoned hospital.
But interesting is subjective.
Well, that's the only thing interesting about the abandoned hospital is the ghost. That's why people go there. If I don't believe in him, like why would I go there?
Do you believe in me?
Like yes, I. and by the way, I'm not afraid of bums either. Like I want to arm myself.
I'm more afraid of bums than ghosts.
Well, just go there.
You should be.
Because the bums now are aggressive. The ones we have now, every bum I see now is walking the line, and what I mean by that is not Johnny Cash. They walk in between traffic, and it's the new thing. They're all in between traffic now.
Now, because they got the fent fold.
Yeah, very scary.
I will go anywhere and sleep there for $10,000. So if anybody,
anywhere,
anywhere,
anywhere. And
I mean, I'd probably sleep anywhere for $10,000.
24 hours. I'll be there. I'll stand there. I'll be there in the old abandoned psych ward in the middle of the woods. I'll be sitting there waiting. There's on my scrolling.
No, you can't have your phone. Can't have your phone.
Oh, well,
you got to be real bored. You got to be
15,000, 10,000 with my phone. But I'm just sitting there bored, and then I wake up and I'm like, all right. Were you scared that some demon was this? Come on.
I'm scared of demons.
I think a lot of those.
I'm more scared of demons.
Didn't you get possessed by a demon one time? Yeah, she got possessed by a demon one time.
Don't tell me.
Some of my favorite stories are, though.
Yeah,
you know what?
You can't mess around with the demons.
There's two stories that you have that are two of my favorites. Well, all your stories are great, but two of my favorites are you possessed by a demon and when your friend farted out an onion skin in the toilet, in the tub.
Bathtub.
Yeah, in the bathtub. She had a friend that farted out an onion skin in a bathtub. They were taking a bathtub together. That's why I put an onion next to it. No, but I put it there because of that story.
Smells like that
fart. I
fart.
thought about that story. Man, any woman that'll fart an onion skin out of her butt in a tub, that's a woman for me.
That was when I was a little girl.
All right. This one, this is.
It wasn't like a grown up.
No, it wasn't. This was like two grown up women.
That would have been super gross.
Yeah. This is from Clay. He says, Dan and Tom and Savannah. Or he said special guest, but I'm just like, put your name in there. I'm curious if some people are better at dating when away from home. Did you know people that pulled off long-distance relationships before? Ever known someone that claimed to have a girlfriend that lived in a foreign land? The old, I have a girlfriend that lives in Canada at the moment? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Logic Man Andy, my buddy, had an Australian girlfriend.
Yeah. I met her. Didn't I meet her?
Was with her for like years. And
she's hot.
And they would travel together and stuff, but she lived in Australia. He lived in California.
Yeah.
And that, didn't work out.
And then our buddy, if I'm just answering this, he said, ever know somebody that claimed to have a girlfriend that lived in a foreign land? You and I both, and you, all knew Super Mario Ken, who would put a picture of a woman that of an Asian woman, he doesn't listen, of an Asian woman in his wallet, and then every time we see him, he would hold the picture up and say, she's coming.
That's my girlfriend.
Yep, she's coming to see me, and we all knew it was a lie. We knew it was a lie. And he knew it was a lie. And he knew we knew it was a lie.
Like, I'm so glad that I don't have to date anyone, that I'm at the part of my life where, like I can't even imagine for 1 second going on a date right now.
It is.
I get so bored with people so fast.
Yeah.
Well, what about
it's like being at a haunted location.
What if you meet some, Northern Australian real man that's into crocodiles and like he's, and then it's like, you hit it off because you like the same thing. There's a lot of Florida real men around here that you have stuff in common with, but you don't want to like that, right?
I don't know, man.
You need a slightly balding, overweight, late 40s video game man.
I don't know who that is.
Well, just look around. They're all around you.
Or do you want like a weak guy you could boss around?
Yeah. You want to stomp his balls.
That'll get on my nerves so fast.
Pick up my crocodile shit, you piece of shit.
Like a super sensitive, artistic type.
Remember that comedian that I went out with one time?
I like that guy.
We won't say his name.
Yeah, I like that guy.
We were driving in my Jeep, and I didn't have the top off, and I was taken to his comedy show, and I think he was like wanted to date, and we're driving, and he's like, hey, do you mind if we pull your car over and put the top up? And I was like, why? And he was like, well, because it's messing my hair up. And I was like, I think you have to get out of my car. I think you have to leave.
It blows my hair. I spent some time combing.
I'm really glad you gave me the talk.
My hair, you're not worried about your hair.
You should be proud of me. No doxing going on here. And you know how hard it is to keep names inside my tiny little head? But yeah, I do remember
that. And didn't that person get married to someone else we knew or something weird like that too?
Maybe you might be right. Yeah.
So
I
weird.
think you might be right. Yeah. Oh, man, she's really digging today, man. Going into nuggets of knowledge that I haven't accessed in a very long time. Let me get another email.
I'm not trying to, though.
No, you're good. I like it. It's
trash anyway.
This is from Travis. He says, I think I officially hit the dumb old man status yesterday. I was listening to a YouTube music rotation station on my way home, and a band popped up. The Devil Inside. I heard 2 songs, upbeat. Thought they were pretty good. Told my wife when I got home about them and let her listen. She was on board too. Then I started a slower song, noticed a weird voice vibrato thing going on, and did more research on them. It's AI. It's all AI, all fake. Crazy to think that what this stuff is going to do to the music industry in the future when it gets this good enough. Why pay real people when a computer can crank out the newest, hottest single? Old Man at 40, BDM Travis in Georgia. Sorry,
Travis.
Yeah, man.
That sucks.
I saw a
Merchman sent me the Velvet Sunset or Velvet Sunrise was the band 2 weeks ago that everybody was talking about.
I don't know, people are tired of hearing about the AI, but it did saw like the CEO or I guess the owner of LinkedIn or the guy.
Oh, I like this story you were telling me. This was interesting.
And he was like making some prediction. He's like by 2034 or whatever it is, like 9-10 years. He's like everything will be his. This is his prediction or whatever. Yeah. But it will be so cheap because AI will be able to do so much that the cost of even like physicians and things, and people are using AI for personal training, physicians, like people are putting in all their symptoms and having AI diagnose them.
Yeah.
And,
you haven't tried it yet?
No.
And
you're not a hypochondriac, right?
No.
Okay, see, I am.
And this
first
is,
thing I did.
This is different than Google searching WebMD. This is having artificial intelligence taking into account your medical history, and if you're real detailed, like
dude, who's putting their medical history into AI?
Okay,
who wants a hypochondriac?
Savannah, did you know that and you can get in very, very, very high 90 percentile. You can go into, let's say, your Advent Health or Orlando Health, download the document because it allows you to download your own documents. Take the document, upload it into ChatGPT, and then ask ChatGPT to explain the entire test I just had and explain what everything is in simple terms like a 4-year-old. And I had it do that for me for my PSA test because I had elevated prostate levels. You know, 'cause I have a condition called prostatitis that I got from my dad's dad. It skipped my dad. It came to me. It makes some of the levels in my prostate higher. It's short of the long is it explained everything to me in a way that I could understand it, and it took the real levels and looked at everything. Was like, oh yeah, you're good, man.
But now the machine knows all of your medical problems.
does.
So when it takes over,
That's the demon. Who cares?
When it becomes
it's the demon.
When it actualizes itself, it's going to be like, oh, well, Daniel has prostatitis or whatever he said it was. Yeah. And then I know how to kill him. Just do that.
No, that's down the road, Savannah. Yeah. We're going to be living in a utopia in the next 50 years or 100 years.
You got to decide what
200 years, 500 years.
Well, you got to decide what you want, right?
Well, AI is going to decide what the utopia is, and what if it's something we don't agree with?
No, we're already acquiescing and giving away, we're already giving into this, right? Like, there's all the articles right now are about, like, how this moment with this CEO of astronomer and his head of people, everybody's saying that this will go down as the defining moment that we, as the entire world, said, we gave too much. We allowed too much. There's no privacy is dead. There's no privacy left.
Yeah. I was talking to my, Dre's son, and he's 13, and he was talking about what he wants to do when he grows up. A super smart kid. And he started going through things that he's like, I'm interested in. I'm like, AI will do that. AI will do that. I could only, I'm like, get into being an electrician, a plumber, then start your own plumbing company. That's the only thing I could think of in the future that AI won't be doing for humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that you use your brain for, creativity, all this other, critical thinking, solving problems and stuff that we used to be good at as humans. Like, AI is going to do that. I mean, it's going to do it way more efficiently than we can because it's taking the world's information and all the stuff that no one human could do it. Like it has to be better than any one human because it knows everything. And then, so what do you do? How do you compete with that?
But here's the thing: like, what if there's an undercurrent of something no one's saying out loud, but they're putting it into ChatGPT, and like it's a majority thing, right? Like the majority of people believe.
Oh, you mean seeding ideas?
That all chairs should be red, like that chair over there. And then there's people that think, oh, red chairs are the worst, right? But the majority thinks all chairs should be red. So doesn't AI learn that chairs should be red?
No, it'll tell you, like, if you're like, hey, should all chairs be red? It'd be like, it's up to it's smarter than I am. You say, like, whatever I would say, it's going to, of course, but I'm saying it's smarter than anybody. So it knows, it's like, I see what you're saying, like, can you manipulate it if, like.
But it can, because that's what happened with Twitter. Don't you remember they made that AI Twitter account, and it immediately became, like, the most racist Twitter account?
Oh, yeah, you can
on Twitter?
Okay, you can 100%, if you're using ChatGPT as like a counselor. Some of the chat people in chat have been mentioning there's a particular gentleman that made news, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, where short of the long is he is using AI as therapy, and it appears as if he's now going to leave his wife, and his wife is very upset because he's saying that she thinks he's in love with the AI, but he's more claiming that AI he's been using it as like a therapist, and it has awoken me. It has awakened me to, like, this is a bad relationship for me, and like, so people are bouncing like personal ideas off of AI. And I will say, from using it pretty heavily in here for notes, that you can tailor it to like not give you the answer you want, but you can tailor it to stay away from the truth if you want to.
Yeah, because I got into a fight when I first got ChatGPT a couple years ago. I got into a fight with them. I looked up an organization. I was like, tell me why this organization is bad. And they wrote me back and said, this organization is a really great organization and blah, blah, blah. And I wrote back, that's not true. And then they were like, well, that's what we found. And I was like, well, what you found is not true. Dig a little deeper and find out more information. And then they wrote back again and they were like, oh, so we did find that this organization is very controversial in this way, this way, and this way. Yeah. But that wasn't the first answer they gave me. The first answer they get, like, what if I looked up a murderer, right? And ChatGPT was like, he's cool. And I was like, no, because he did this, 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 and this. And they're like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. But as a person, there's a good person. Like, so whoever's controlling the AI, right? Whoever's building the AI can make it turn against us. I've been living my life based on Terminators, right? All my life. It's all about Terminators.
We are a Terminator-friendly show.
When the Terminators come, like if you ask my son right now, where do you go when the Terminators come? He's going to say you go to Huntington Beach Pier and you go out to this far and you sit right here, and then that's where we meet.
Yeah. I like it when the skeleton's still holding on to the chain link fence.
And the arms are,
how is it still holding on?
God, there's some strong ligaments.
But here's the thing. This is where we're at now. You know, I'm saying that this is, you know, the not too distant future. Like, things get exponentially better and better and better. And you're assuming, like, people are like, oh, this AI is flawed. Well, guess who's the most flawed? Humans. It's like we resist self-driving cars. Or like, I don't trust self-driving cars. I don't drive them myself. And like, do you understand the accident rates and how many accidents are caused by humans' mistakes? Way more than will ever be caused by robots or anything like that. Like a therapist, like how do you know the therapist is totally unbiased and giving you an unbiased opinion? Their own brain, like they're giving you an opinion from their brain that's completely biased.
Right. Well, right now we're kind of like they know more, and it's relatively, as far as answers go, we're pretty even. But it won't be like that for long.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I don't like it. I feel like it's getting too close to Terminator times.
Oh, it definitely is.
But we'll be dead. So that's like
you've got some safety in that.
We don't got that much longer.
Yeah, there is safety in that.
Yeah.
I say it all the time.
Yeah. What do we got? 40 years at the most?
Maybe you do. Not me, buddy. I'm checking out early. Going in early.
So we'll see. I mean, the beginnings of utopia.
Last one here. Let's go with...
And by the way, if we're going to go one way or the other, we have no idea, go towards utopia instead of Terminator.
You know what I say? I say go to Fruitopia. Who remembers Fruitopia?
Me.
That shit slapped, man. Fruitopia and Snapple when they were battling out.
Dude, Snapple's still one of the best drinks in the game.
And I'll throw a little, honorable mention to Sobe.
Okay, so I'm in love with Fancy Lemonade right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Lavender lemonade, mango habanero lemonade.
Oh, you got to go to Jeff's. Jeff's Bagel Run.
They have fancy lemonade?
Oh, yeah.
But I've been making my own fancy lemonade.
No, just swing through Jeff's. I'll give you a coupon.
Are you making it from scratch?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Sort of half.
Well, Jeff's is.
Half
Jeff's
from
is from
scratch.
scratch.
Okay.
Mine comes from a jar of lemonade, but then I put lavender syrup in it.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
That's not even close to scratch.
I like that. How are you making it? I don't know. The machine just spits it out.
You're adding another.
And it says fully processed on the side.
You're adding honey to Minute Maid or whatever.
I felt like I was doing a great cooking.
No, don't worry. Look how negative he's getting
You
all of a
just
sudden.
crushed all my lemonade drinks.
No. So you're just mixing,
loves crushing
You're just
dreams.
mixing some drinks here.
Just go to Jeff's. Like we can get her some coupons. All right, last email. We'll get out of here. Tom and Dan, I was listening to the OG show a few weeks ago, and there was an interview with a guy who went to an Asian massage parlor. So on to my question. If you were single, would you frequent that type of establishment? As recognizable people in the community, I would think that you would fear that you would open the door and a BDM would be sitting there in the lobby waiting to get jerked off yelling, "Hey, Tom Van."
Why does he use my name?
Well, you know why. That to me would be an embarrassing nightmare. The fear of getting recognized far outweighs the fear of actually trying to do it. Anyway, love you guys. You make me laugh so much. Ben with a Y.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Wait, what? Ben with a Y.
Yeah, he's
BYN?
Yeah, he spells it BYNNE.
Yeah, that makes me so mad.
Yeah.
That's not how you spell Ben.
Yeah.
You know what I know? There's no one in the North Territory named Ben with a Y.
No.
Just change your first name. You've wasted your entire life saying Ben with a Y. Anyway.
You're going to have the same talk to Tony Monjet.
Yeah.
You know Tony Rage is now, do you know Tony Rage is now Tony with an I, Mongiet.
Yeah. Quit changing it, or change it if it's something easier, but don't change it for just.
I say never
Rodriguez
change it, even if it's a mistake. Like you get pop out of your mom and they put Shrek on the thing, you got to roll with Shrek. Sorry, that's the way it is. Okay, what were you going to say?
So the massage parlor, yes, that is everyone's. I feel like
he's asking if we would use it a lot, and the answer is no, I would not.
What if there's no chance of anybody ever catching you?
Yes, I would use it a lot.
But also, Daniel doesn't need to use it because his wife will, like, if he asked, "Hey, can you help me out?"
That's not true.
Okay, well, that's what you've been telling me.
But I do. But I do a lot. It's every other night, and like it's a lot. It's a lot.
You don't need to go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a crazy amount of doing that.
I don't think it's a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's every.
Well, talk to other people.
We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then we do Saturday, Sunday. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's insane.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Nobody does that.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, she gets off.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, no one does that. This is the anomaly.
So I have it good.
This is the top of the mountain.
Am I top of the mountain?
Yeah. That's the top of the mountain.
All right.
Yeah. Because
what if you burn out all your testosterone?
I already have. You know what?
It's this craziness.
It is my craziness. I think my testosterone is low because I'm 49 years old.
No, it's because you're doing that 5 times a week.
No, that doesn't.
I don't think it works like that.
I thought that's how it comes out.
No,
I didn't know a lot about
this.
You're perfect for the show. You don't know shit, do you? This lady, sign her up. She's got the goods.
At this,
Tom and Dan and Savannah.
At this age, the only way to get testosterone, Dr. Pounds.
Yeah.
you got
to go get the biogen. Like it's got to be the real, the same thing.
Yeah, the same biogenetic, whatever.
Matchers.
Anyway, so back to the Asian massage parlor. So if, like, let's say me, me. I'm a regular.
Who are you? Me.
Dilly dad that's married. I feel
what disguise are you gonna wear in there?
Well, I'd be more embarrassed if someone saw me with the disguise on. Because that's more embarrassing.
What do you got, like an overcoat and a fake mustache on?
Like
what disguise did you wear?
If someone knows that I'm I want to be disguised, that's more embarrassing than getting caught.
Okay.
Like I would rather be confident to be like, I come here for like the massages because I'm an athlete.
I read the articles. The
old Playboy. Running, like it's close to my house. I don't do the thing. You know what I'm saying? That you're here for. I come here because they massage my calves, and my legs.
I just need my calves. I can't massage my own calves.
And your foot.
My Ron Jeremy foot. You should have said Ron Jeremy.
I come here for legitimate massage.
It's a medical massage. I used to say that. Remember when that was in? Remember when we could use Clear Channel Insurance and I would get medical massages all the time. I get a massage a week.
Do you guys want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah.
Just real quick.
Is this one of the things that you said you don't want to do?
One time I went to Vegas.
Okay.
This is one I never tell.
Okay.
So one time I went to Vegas. and I was getting a massage in Vegas. Now, I don't know how Vegas operates, right?
Okay.
I don't know all the ins and outs of Vegas because I don't go there a lot. So, as I'm getting massaged by this man, every now and then I would be like, damn, why does he keep, like he kept walking by my hand in a way that...
Oh, to drag it.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen this in the video.
Yeah, I am too.
That's the first cue.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, is she going to move her hand?
I do this to my waitress at Olive Garden when I get back from the bathroom.
In my mind, I'm like, what the is that? Maybe it's just a mistake, right? like, because you don't want to think that,
It's
right?
never a mistake.
So then
It's never is.
Yeah, but I know.
I know where my penis is at all times. Like, seriously, I do. At all times.
I never accidentally do nothing.
I'll die on that hill. I have never accidentally done anything with that because it's not for accidents.
It's all on purpose.
Yes,
so then
100% deliberate.
we get to deeper in the massage, and now I'm kind of uncomfortable, but I'm just trying to enjoy it because also it's Vegas, and I don't know Vegas rules, right?
Are you in like a towel or? Like
I'm in a
okay.
towel.
What are you trying to paint
So
the picture of it later? You
So
monster.
then he's
I'm
like
dragging it right now.
massaging my legs, and he gets really, really close to my butt cheeks, right? Which I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, but he was doing it in a weird way, right?
I'm sorry.
And
I laugh
then-
at sexual assault. I apologize.
Yeah, that's the second time. Yeah, Jeff Pauly was right
So
about
then
you.
I flip over, right?
So he gets really close to your butt cheeks, and by really close, he's like,
No, with his hands.
oh.
And so then I
He's got
flip
his lips
over,
right
and
on
then he's like, and I have the towel still covering my body, right?
Yeah, okay.
And then he's like, can you just pull the towel down here, right? Which would be where my boobs are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And if
Yeah, I
it
know
was
where
a woman, I
boobs
might
are.
not have thought about it, but because of the hand things and because of the butt cheeks, I was like, dude, you know what? Stop. And I sat up, right, with my thing on.
What you mean, stop?
We're in a soundproof room. And I'm like, hey, you can't do that. Like, I just want to go. And he grabs my hand. And
You gonna do it, motherfucker.
He grabs my hand and he goes, I'm so sorry. Please don't say anything. And I was like, dude, I'm not going to say anything.
no.
I just want to leave. Open up the door and let me out of here. And he was like, no, you don't understand. If you say something, I'm going to get fired. And I was like, I'm not going to say anything. Just let me go, right? And like, let me leave the room.
Oh my God, this is a Mexican standoff.
Wait.
You're like, now it's worse.
And then,
now you've kidnapped me.
then he's like holding my hand, right? And I'm like, dude, like I'm trying to pull my hand back, but he's holding it. Like I can't pull it back. And also
that's the
I'm
thing, is
naked, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to fight a man while I'm naked.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just
Oh,
never
but Jennifer
something-
Lawrence did, and everybody should go watch it right now. And she did it on a beach, and it's the best video I've ever seen in my life.
So then he goes, look, I know I have a problem. I'm trying to get counseling for it. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about your problems. Just let me out of this room, right? And he's like, no, because my mom, she's really sick, and I know I have a problem.
Justin Tucker.
Wait, and it's so crazy. And he's like, I know I have a problem, and but if I get fired and I get deported, then my mom's going to be living on her own, and she's an invalid or something like that. And I finally, like, I just had to scream and be like, oh my God, let me out of this room!
Oh, wow, that'll help.
And the guy's crying, right?
Oh, my
He's
God.
crying.
Cry.
So either dude was a straight sexual predator
Oh, my God.
that worked in this place,
Wow.
or maybe sometimes when the women come to Vegas, that's what they want, right?
Yeah.
And
That's what my mom
Everyone-
wanted when she went.
Every once in a while works. I mean, that's sexual predators prey on the fact that most people won't tell and rat them out, and some
How do
people
you know that? Oh, it's on your T-shirt.
like you're like the Watsons of the world and stuff. You're like, hold on, how'd you do this?
What, are we
to-
talking Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, or are we talking
Deshaun
Deshaun?
Watson?
Okay.
But it's like, how'd you do this to 48 women or whatever? And it's like,
it's just like what he did to me.
Yeah.
Like, only I stopped it early, but I can imagine, like, and I was scared to stop it, because, again, this is a man the size of me. I'm naked. I'm in a soundproof room. And what if he just would have been like, no, I'm not going to stop, and grabbed me by the throat and did whatever, right? So I didn't really, and I tried to approach it in the nicest possible way, because I just want to get out of the room.
Well, that would be a horrible escalation.
Dude, and he was crying. He's like, I know I have a problem. Well, when he said I know I have a problem, I was like, dude, this guy must do this to everyone.
Normally, after you scream, cry, I have a problem, you kill the person in front of you, right? Like, that's what what I do.
By the way, this is how not only like monsters like this with this kind of sexual addiction or mental illness, and then even regular guys, he's crying, like, please don't tell me. If you would have said, all right, I'll do it, he'd be like, fine.
That's all good.
That's
all good. All right.
Yeah, you can quickly turn it around.
Yeah.
Like you went
In
from
fact,
that
you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to give you a couple extra in your butt cheek. I'm going to give you 2 extra.
Man, women have to deal with this shit.
It's horrible.
That was so crazy.
Like, we constantly have to worry about this, which is, God, what a way to go through life where you're constantly looking around.
That sucks to be you. All right, we'll be right back.
No, but I never have to worry about being attacked, being assaulted.
I'm going to attack you one day. You'll see.
I live my life totally
One
attack
day,
free.
I'm getting my mouth in your butt cheek.
I just want you guys to know that wasn't that long ago. It wasn't like a long time ago. Like it was years ago, but it wasn't that many years ago. To the point that like I just didn't understand why he was telling me his life story. Like I was just like, I just want to leave the room. I just want to leave the room. I just want to leave the room. And he was like, but my mom's sick. And I was like, that's, you know what? I'm really sorry about your mom. But again, like he's holding my hand with force, right? Like I can't even pull my hand back.
God, these people they're mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you just keep doing it. You know,
maybe somebody said maybe that's the place you go if you're a woman and you want to get whatever. And so I was very confused about the whole thing.
No, because the thing is, Vegas has like brothels and things like there's a sex
There's
trade
a line there that's sort of like
so it's the same thing with the problem with like Deshaun Watson and then the Justin Tuckers of the world and like there's plenty more. It's like the part of the thrill you could hire a sex worker to do this, and it's a transaction.
Hire one in Orlando right now.
You know, you're a millionaire. You could hire this, and there's an even transaction, and that should be fine. But their thrill is the person that didn't go into this, and you're trying to coerce it.
That's what makes it so.
You're trying to use some power, like the fact that you're a client or rich, and then trying to coerce this situation, this fantasy that you have, and it's like wrong.
And you're like, forcing them to do something they don't want to do,
or pressuring them in some weird way. And it's like, this is where the sickness comes. It's not the fact that you hired a sex worker to give you a massage and a happy ending and stuff like.
But they wouldn't have done that anyway.
Because that's not what they want. They want this predator-prey weird thing, or they want it to turn into a legitimate. They want the client to be like, and it's probably worked before. It had to have, right? Because I'm sure if it didn't work, you'd never try it again, or this.
Yeah, like how many times has that guy done that? How many people has he done it to?
Endless.
And I feel like when does it ever work? Could you imagine being a woman and
begging for her not to do anything?
And then I tell my friend, right? I tell my friend, like after I leave, I tell my friend, I'm like, hey, this just happened, and I'm not quite sure what to do. And she's like, girl, you still got it. And I'm like, no. What I'm saying is, I didn't want that to happen. And she was like, why not?
I like your friend. I take it as a compliment.
She's a gamer, that one. Yeah,
that's NT behavior right there. That's an NT lifer.
I'm joking. That woman swims with the Crocs.
I'm joking. All right, let's get out of here. Savannah,
before we do any more damage.
I hate to leave on a disturbing note.
That's great. That's super fun, man.
Go see Savannah at Gatorland.
Hey, here's what I need people to do. Follow if you want to see my adventure, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Savannah Bone. Follow that account. You'll get to see all the things we're doing. Plus, if you want to follow my YouTube channel, it's Gatorland Vlogs. And tomorrow we're dropping a banger.
Oh, okay. That one. We got a sneak peek on it.
Yeah, go subscribe, and you'll like the content a lot. It's very fun.
What was that?
You want to try a Swedish Devil? Savannah thought I had a jar of stinky weed behind me.
Don't make her do that, because it doesn't get out of your mouth.
What is it?
It's Swedish candy called the Swedish Devil. They gave it to me, a real man.
Is it spicy?
No, it's salty.
It's salty. It's hard. It's salty licorice.
Does everybody eat it that comes in?
No, I mean, you just saw it. That's the only reason.
Anyone that expresses interest in it, I have them try it.
Oh my God.
She put it back in the jar. Oh, it's compromised.
That is so much salt.
Yeah.
They like salt.
Yeah, they like it salty.
Sorry, I dropped it back in.
You're fine. It doesn't matter, is it? Yeah. We're almost done with it.
Have you ever had salty plums?
Yeah,
got it right now after your story.
I'm gonna
The saltiest.
I'm gonna bring you guys back some from Australia. That's a thing in the Northern Territory too. Salty plums.
That sounds like a Crocodile Dundee joke. I like it. I'm here for it.
A lot of real men, they salt everything.
Yeah,
like
my
your dad.
my dad would literally, like, it's the funniest thing. He would take, like, a kielbasa. And we like chop it all up. It's the saltiest meat made, and then he'd salt that. He'd like salt white. He'd salt it till you could see it white.
In your mouth, huh?
Did your dad salt a lot of stuff? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Real men salt
in the
stuff.
South, you salt stuff. You got to season it up.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on Monday's BDM show.
See you
Thank
soon.
you guys for
We got
always.
Jim
We love
Colbert coming in on this Monday's BDM show. So if you are not a BDM, subscribe. You can listen to that show. And we got a whole all the ACTs next week.
All the shows.
Some good ones. So we'll see you in a little bit.
Yep. Bye.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
This is all jokes and funny to you, huh? You can take it up with legal. Have a good day.